That's killed it.
You made the decision to play Thiago. But Klopp doesn't change the system since Gmwk left. You don't want to change from the 4-3-3.
Boom, what's going on, people? Back again on the Jerry James Show. Happy Halloween, scary hours.
Hey, free Romz inside. Free Romz.
Free Romz. Romz just been apprehended. Do you know what I mean? Penitentiary, innit?
Hey, free Romz, man. That's my guy, man. Hey,
So
you need any money? Let me know, my guy.
You know what I mean? But yeah, shout out to everyone enduring this Liverpool journey, this journey that is Liverpool. We're fucking trash, bruv. We're shit. I've got no faith in the manager. Do you know what's mad, guys, today? I actually wanted to wear that dirty top and just rip it on stream today.
The white one.
Yeah, you need to.
I'm lucky. Everyone's lucky. My missus put it in the wash.
You know what's mad? That top that you're wearing, yeah? It's mad. I do like that top, but I don't really like the badge on that left-hand side of your chest, though. But I like the top.
This thing.
Yeah, I like it.
What about the 3 letters as well, G? You like that?
Oh, maybe if they change that with Nike, just put Nike there or something. I don't know. Like, maybe.
What about an A instead of an L?
I mean, I like the alphabet. You know what I'm saying? You means you're first. It means you're first in that. So
literally,
what it's saying AFC, and then what? Just Arteta.
Maybe a cannon where the
cannon.
Maybe.
Crazy. But shout out to everyone, man. I don't really know where to start this. Tactics Board used to be my most enjoyable show. It's biased because it's our show, but yeah, my most enjoyable show regardless.
It's the best
right
one.
Now. I really despise this man, bruv.
Hey, quick question though. What tune is that?
Well, because it's a banger, isn't it?
I'll send it to you, man. Kelly Rowland.
Yeah. Every time I hear it, I'm like, yo, what tune is this, man?
It's a banger. But bro, I don't. Every player deserves this, like the top.
It's the fact that Bible said, there you go, bro. What? Am I going to wear that?
I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know about you guys. Obviously, I need to ask you, man, first. I'm being a bit rude. Just getting into it straight. But how you, man, doing, man? How you, man, doing? How you guys feeling?
Romz, I'll let you go, bro.
Let me be honest with you. Yeah. Look, we know we've been shit all season, and I knew it would get bad. But I didn't think it would get this bad. That losing consecutively to 20th and 19th place at the time of playing them. I'll be real with you two know this. I was close to tears. I was actually close to tears. This hurt. This hurt. I did. The thing is, I did not see this coming. Like I've said this many times on this show, with no expectation becomes no disappointment. And I'm not even taking my own advice, because after this City game, I thought, yes, we're back. I keep doing it to myself. The hope that kills you. So now, I love Liverpool. I will be here before Klopp, after Klopp, whatnot. But the first time saying it, it's Klopp out. Klopp needs to leave. Klopp needs to go now, because you can say, oh, the owners need to go. The owners aren't going anywhere. The manager goes before the owner. People need to get this in their head. But it's Klopp out for me now. I'm done. That the man's run out of ideas. I said I would give him time to turn this around. I wanted to give him time to end the season. That I'm not giving him that time. That time is no longer given. That he's done, and I just want someone not even to come in and win the title. That's not happening. That's not happening. But just to get us to top 4 somewhat, because this hurts. This hurts, man. I was close to tears after that game. This really hurts. It really hurts. And I love this club to the bone, but I'm desensitized now. I'm numb. That I'm just going to be supporting in silence, because this isn't nice. I hate it here. I hate it here.
You heard it here first. Romz.
Literally here first.
Drafted in it. Romz with the first pick in the draft. Klopp out.
He needs to cut, man. He needs to go now, man.
Big up everyone inside. Guys, as always, the ticket to entry, tickets up. Please make sure you're smashing the like, make sure you're commenting, make sure you're engaging with us in the chat as well, and share with all your loved ones or anyone that you want to really freak out. I know it's Halloween, so yeah, man. Just I mean, you might as well scary. Just look at the table, have a look at the table. I mean, have a look at Klopp's face. Yeah, you get some
right. You know that
ghastly-
that lopsided smile he does.
Yeah,
that could even be a costume. Like you
Yes.
could get a face.
that thing
of
like that. You know
exactly.
that stroke thing. You know that mad. Big up Baz
Big up,
Raylan. Big up yourself. We got Noah in the building saying big up Jerry, bro. You let SJ body you at the mighty Anfield, and beating Forest isn't for everyone. Who's SJ?
Who's SJ?
What's Somerville's?
That's what I was thinking, bro. I was thinking of the initials, maybe.
Cyrus, isn't it? Or something like that. Cyrus,
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that.
Maybe, I don't know.
But yeah, big up Anfield Road N saying yay. I don't know what you're yaying
Well,
about.
I don't know what you're
Please,
yaying.
I want to get involved as well. I want to get involved. Big up Romz and GTV. Crisis mode, yeah.
Christ,
I said yet.
brother, you've been in that for a minute.
Do you know what I mean? In the words of Kanye West, man, this is DEFCON 3. This is a defensive, bruv. This is a defensive operation. Do you know what I mean? So it's crazy. It's crazy. Big up Jerry, bro. Beating on Forest isn't for everyone. Happy Halloween and common CGM from the world and back. CMG or CGM? Yeah.
I don't know what he means. The only
We got
CGM
Ravi in the building. Big up Ravi saying, yo, Jerry Romz G, big man ting. Big up. We got Psychedelic laughing already. We got Fritz, bad boy player. Aqua, what's going on, Fritz?
Big up Fritz.
We got M-Tar Mizzy saying, big up to the attacking front trio, Jerry G and Romz. Who's
they need to be putting us up front, you feel me? Because right about now, the way that I'm seeing these strikers moving all stinky, they might as well put us through there.
Put the nail in the coffin, apparently. It was like, that was that last nail. Do you know what I mean? No one's coming out of that. Good evening. Evening, Jamie. I won't say the good evening, but evening. We got Pan of Scouts in the building saying, big up, fellas. Ravi saying, been Liverpool fan since 91, seen the highs and the lows at this club. I love how real you man are and speak the truth. We can get back to winning ways and we are going through mad times. It can be fixed. Anything can be fixed in this life. But you gotta make some big decisions.
You know, I agree with the latter, but it can be fixed in January or when we get back from the World Cup. From now until the World Cup, just strap in. Just strap in, man. Strap in, man.
Oh, raw. Big up Hassan. Hassan saying Somerville looks like SJ.
Oh, I'm dead. I am dead.
Hey, SJ, if you're watching this and that, I didn't say that in it. Like that was Hassan still. No one coming after me, boy.
Big up Erhan saying big up JD speaking facts about Fabinho and Koppish earlier. Yeah, we'll get into that before we get into the game. We got Basti saying Pochettino to Anfield this time. We got LFC Zoe saying I do get people that are Klopp out, but I just think that Klopp showed patience and loyalty with us to get us to winning major trophies. So I just think we should show the same patience. I don't know though. Yeah.
I hear you, Zoe.
By the way, Jerry looks at Matisse right now with the shades and trim.
That's a diss. That's a diss.
Matisse. Hold on. Matisse. Matisse
do better. No, like hold tight, Matisse and that. But
Matisse, word to the big six. Matisse looks like Steve Urkel. If you know that 90s comedy, that's what Matisse looks like. That's Jerry nowhere near.
Yeah, big up Matisse though.
I want to grill Assad so badly, but we can't. And you know what? Yeah, after their loss, I said to LFC fans, maybe wait till 10 o'clock and see our result before you start laughing at Chelsea fans. Look what happened, bro.
Crazy. As I say, lads, where do I start? This has become Groundhog Day. Every week you're keeping Chelsea company. Yeah, man. Potter got abracadabra up. Potter got that hocus
Hey.
pocus done in him. It was
That
dunked
Lord
on.
Voldemort vibes over on that side, boy.
Yeah.
He must not be named.
We got Cal on GLFC saying big up to the panel.
Big up.
We got Trudon saying the loan's been made permanent. Trudon officially a magpie. I need the image like this, bro. And I mean, on the picture on the desk with the pen.
Wait, Trudon. So what was it at Brighton? Just like a 6 weeks fixed alone term? Because I saw a seagull the other day.
His loan was like Reece Williams is at Kidderminster. You know, he just got called back. He ain't good enough, bro. He ain't playing any games, bro. He got called back. We got Marquez saying, I'm not watching them Napoli.
Bro, can I just jump in there, yeah? Can I just jump in here? I've never ever not watched Liverpool if I can. Like, let's say you're at home or you're available to watch it. I've never ever not watched Liverpool. I'm really considering tomorrow night. Really considering. Because I can watch word to you, G, I can watch a very scintillating, lovely team in Napoli, but it still is against the team I love. But it hurts, bro. It hurts.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know what?
I'm gonna watch it, actually. I just wasted.
We are gonna watch it. We're gonna get into it because we're gonna do the preview tomorrow anyway. So let's just try to stay away from that game. But before we start, we got some news. I don't know if you might have heard, but it was dropped to me. It was on Coppish. I was on Coppish earlier with Drift and Mons.
What happened?
Apparently, the word on the street is that all's not well in the Fabinho household.
In what sense?
The missus is living at a hotel with the children.
That's why a man's moving all cruddy. Hey, brother, I don't care about your marriage life and them thing there, man. I need you on the football pitch doing your job. You know what I'm saying? Leave that stuff for your outside life, man. I ain't got no time for that on the football pitch. What's all this about your missus out here living in a hotel and that? Obviously unfortunate, but I don't care about all of that. I can't even lie. I got no sympathy for all of that kind of stuff. Bro, I need you on the football pitch doing job, bro. Like, you need to be able to separate your life from the football pitch. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, come on now, you're professional. You get paid a lot of money. You know what I'm trying to say? A lot of our money that we're paying to go and watch these games, whether it be live or on TV. Yo, man, I need you to step up, man. Can't even lie. That's mad, though. That's mad, though.
I mean, that's what it is, isn't it? Like, we're looking at... I said it, innit? I was like, look, it's understandable that people go through mental situations.
Of course.
Mental health, obviously, a big thing. It's going to affect you. Unfortunately, though, you're playing at the highest level. And if we're talking about him being the best, one of the best in the world, I'm not even talking about just like kind of top five, but playing football professionally for Liverpool, you're one of the best in the world in your position, like as a whole, right? If that's the case, I'm sorry. Your mentality is what separates you from everyone else.
Yeah.
I mean, the difference between like a Quaresma and a Ronaldo is the mentality. You could argue Quaresma's got more ability. Do you know what I mean? But I don't want to go. I don't want to go and do you know what I mean? I don't want to hear that. That's not an excuse for me.
Yeah, man. Like, separate the two. Like, or do the right thing then by the team and by your teammates. Step away, because obviously mentally you're not there. So, which is understandable. Obviously, I'm busting joke about it, but you know, I've been through my fair shares of heartbreaks and that. So I get where he's coming from in that sense. It does kind of mess up your equilibrium and all of that stuff. But at the same time, yeah, just need to. If I was you, step away from the game for a little bit, just so you can clear your head, because then we get the best Fabinho, and then you're not going to have people getting onto you and, you know, all that kind of stuff. I thought you were going to say something about, I've been hearing recently about Fabinho and the misses. I do not understand, so please enlighten me about the situation in Brazil. Something to do with the political stuff in Brazil. Someone that they support, in terms of the political party or whatever in Brazil.
I know there's like,
something along those kind of lines. Yeah, I've been hearing that.
Well, they're saying one voting Labour, one voting Conservative, and they're beefing
effectively, but it's like they're voting for, again, I don't fully know, so please someone correct me. Maybe they're voting for the Conservatives, whereas we're Labour, if that makes sense. Like, it's like, right, you're voting for the Conservatives, like, right, you lot are moving a bit, That's all I've been seeing on the timeline recently. That's what I thought you was going to mention.
Yeah. God knows what's going on in it, but at the moment, everything's. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, true.
That's what it is. Rebecca, that's it. Big up Jamrock. Jamrock was saying Rebecca Tavares supports Bolsonaro. That's all.
Yeah,
okay. Lulu, fairs. Yeah, man, it's I don't really know. Romz will be back, people. Just some technical issues, by the way, guys. But
you've been let out.
Where do we start? I mean, we've spoken about it. It's been the same old. Liverpool are a team now that, as I've mentioned in the thumbnail, I picked out one of my favorite quotes from Albert Einstein, saying insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
Mm-hmm.
What it's become right now is Liverpool are that. We are Insanity FC on all levels.
Mm-hmm.
Klopp, the players, FSG, the fans. We're all culpable.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know really where to start. I mean, just give me your thoughts on that game, on that performance. Like,
Leeds, the biggest takeaway is Leeds ran 11 kilometers more than Liverpool. In 8 of our last 12 games, the opposition have ran more than Liverpool. Kind of tells you everything we need to know about Liverpool. I know that's a silly stat, like running, considering we've been laughing about this whole intensity and stuff. From when I'm telling you that 8 of the last 12 teams that have been running more than Liverpool this season have lost a third of their games. All of that has just come into that is again showing in the performance against Leeds. We weren't at it for some weird. I don't know, Jerry. When it comes up against these kind of teams, we're just not on it. That's the best way I can put it. Is we're just not on it. Typical performance, I'll be honest. I kind of expected it. Nothing about the performance surprised me in one bit. We played poor against Ajax, in my personal opinion, outside of the 3 goals. So that just carried on from a performance that we played poor against Nottingham Forest, from the performance that we played poor against West Ham. You know, we haven't played well in a long time, man. In a long time. And, you know, what I'm seeing from Klopp at the moment is very weird stuff at this present moment in time, man. I mean, we can sit here and talk about Klopp all day, but, you know, you already know my feelings behind him and, you know, what he's doing at the moment. And I just think at this current moment in time, people ask me, all right, you know, if Klopp goes, like, who comes in? Who cares who comes in? Someone comes in. Someone good is going to come in, man. It's not really about who comes in. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because the reality is these guys are not motivated anymore. They are lacking a yard of pace from everybody. They're all, in my personal opinion, starting, bar maybe a Trent, who's very, very young. They've all hit their peak. We've seen their peak. They're not going to reach that peak again. Trent's lucky because he's 23, 24, so he might be able to get there. But we're just seeing all of it, Jerry, bro. We're seeing all of it, man. Like, these games are not surprising me anymore, man. I can't even remember the last time I celebrated. I don't think I've even celebrated this season after a goal. Maybe
I have one. It was one of the Nunez's goals. One of Nunez's goals. I can't remember what it was. What one was it?
No, to be fair, to be honest, bro, it doesn't even matter because the fact that you said it's just one of Nunez's goals. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like one out of the 6 or 7 that he's got anyway. We're still sitting here. Romz, Jerry, you both know we chat in the group every day. Like, I don't celebrate when Liverpool score. The football is so ugly. Like, it honestly, like, it's just so ugly, man. It's horrible to watch supposedly world-class players play that the way they do, man. It's so horrible.
You know what, G, yeah? I want to big up you as well because you even said, I think it was from about April when we were battling in all 4 fronts and we're getting to that stage. You even said there's no real difference between then and now. The only thing is because the results have changed and it's pretty over the cap. But this we've been seeing it. So when you first said that, I was speaking, this is when I was in my top red mindset. What the hell is G on about? We're near to all these trophies. And you're like, trust me, because the results are going well, no one cares. The minute it goes tits up, people will care. And it's evident now. I have to big you up on that one still.
But I don't want to be bigged up on this. We're playing ugly. I don't even want to be bigged up on this. Like, I want to be playing good football. 2018, 2019. I keep saying it. That's Liverpool's best ever. Forget the Premier League winning season. That we were playing shit that season. Like, we were playing not shit, sorry. We were playing not that well, in my personal opinion. It was just about consistency, being able to field the same 11 week in, week out. And Man City then having injuries, blah, blah, blah. But that 18-19 season, that was a different Liverpool, man. I keep telling that is like ultra instinct form of Liverpool. Like, what we're seeing at the moment, we're still black-haired Goku. Like, it just looks so rubbish, man, honestly.
Yeah, I think people forget, like, I think it was Arteta who actually said it, which is mad. Winning papers over cracks.
Yeah.
winning papers over cracks.
You just said it again. I'm just
We've
asking.
got Super Arteta.
Yeah, exactly what we need. We could do it now.
See the Arsenal genius infecting me, brother. I've been infected by it with Romz. I mean, I'm looking at this LFC, you're saying AFC.
Listen, G and Jerry will be at the Emirates with me soon. Trust me.
Yeah, but
Yo, you man catch me there. Gouda Lee, like a gal, all of them man them. Catch me, bro. Catch me. I told you what I said the other day in the group chat already about the Emirates and that. You need to, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It was begging me to go on this to go on this show and kind of rep Liverpool. I've been hiding away from it. Maybe I've just got to accept it. I've got to accept the gal's pain that's coming.
Yeah.
That's it, gal. But no, yeah, it's like, do you know what it is? When you're winning, it papers over cracks. And what I mean by that is, when you look at Real Madrid, Real Madrid in the Champions League weren't that great.
They were dead.
They were dead.
They were dead.
But they've won. So it papers over all the cracks. Any other cracks you're talking about? Do you know what I mean? Like, if we looked at the game against West Ham, where we won 1-0, and we papered over the cracks.
Mm-hmm.
We used that as a package of the previous two games where we beat Man City and then beat Rangers and said, "Oh, look, we've turned the corner now." When you look at the games in isolation, we could have easily lost that game. Declan Rice got man of the match. When you look at the games individually, you could actually argue, bar
only Bournemouth and Rangers, we probably deserved and actually were the better team.
Yeah,
if you actually deep in.
But even then, we didn't play that well against Bournemouth. We just every goal, every shot that we took just went in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they were that bad. It wasn't like they were at their best level. Like, do you know what I mean? They were poor. Scott Parker was on his knees. Do you know what I mean? Just about to. I'm not gonna lie. And I say this now again. If anyone in the chat, if any Liverpool fan is talking about FSG out, include Klopp in that conversation.
Facts. It's shared.
You're either everyone in or everyone out. There's not oh, I want FSG out but Klopp in. No, because he's complicit. He's complicit. Hasn't put pressure on the board, signed the contract knowing how the situation is. So even in that, and that's the best case scenario.
He's an enabler, bro.
Do you know what I mean? There's obviously talks now that what's his name? Edwards left because of what's it called? Klopp, and because Klopp didn't want to allow, do you know what I mean, players like Henderson, Salah to extend their contracts. Edwards is saying, no, we should move them on. There's that whole
question, you two.
And now we're just...
Is it true there was a meeting at Anfield after the game? I don't know if this was just noise, but
I've also heard this.
I heard there was a meeting and they had to stay. They had to stay until I think like 11:30 or midnight. I don't know what that meeting was about, by the way, but allegedly there was a meeting imminently after the game. And correct me if I'm wrong, FSG were in attendance on Saturday, weren't they?
Again, allegedly. I don't know. I'm not even.
Because cameras would have picked it up. Surely,
yeah,
they're always zooming into the boxes and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think there definitely was a meeting, even if it was just Blinders and Klopp, just a solo thing. Just do you know what I mean? Like,
I know what happened in that room.
No.
Do it properly. God. Do it faster.
I'm stressed.
Yeah, cricket smile, just smiling up at him.
But yeah, man, intense. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's one of those ones for me where I'm looking at Liverpool now. I'm not gonna lie, they just haven't got the answers, top to bottom. Like, no one has the answers anymore. Like, no one. I don't know if anyone heard. I don't know if anyone heard about Klopp's comments in the presser for the Napoli game. I mean, sorry, not in the presser for the Napoli game. It was in a post-match press conference after the Leeds game, and he said, "All we're going to do is just keep trying."
Oh yeah.
All we're going to do is keep trying. I keep trying. What does that mean? Keep trying. That's a basic. Like, what are you going to do? Forfeit games?
Like, this ain't FIFA. You can't just delete what you want. Like,
Klopp's the type of guy to say up to a team after a loss. And that cliche saying, as you're growing up, maybe when you're younger, to make make the team feel better, it's not about the winning, it's about the taking part. Klopp was that type of that teacher or manager that would say that just to make everyone feel inclusive. No, it's about winning. Needs to get that winning mentality in from young. But I know he's the type to use cliche bars like that. But I've already said, right, I don't care. Anyone could call me this, that, whatever. From the Palace game, I have not listened to a Klopp presser, a post-match, nothing. I get my information from you two, or big up everyone in the group chat. But that's what my info, or just things on Twitter that I'll retweet it, etc. But I don't listen to him anymore. He annoys me, and I feel like he lies to us.
You know what's that the thing I sent you guys earlier on? I said I spilt my juice on my work child. Like James, I'm just reading it now again. Like James Milner, like talking about the media. If you win the first 6 games, you're going unbeaten. If you lose a few, you're getting relegated. Brother, how about you, man, start winning first and foremost before you start asking and talking about the media telling you this, that, and the third, you know, because at this current moment in time, like, we're not in positions to be really talking too much with our chest high. Well, our chest should be, you know, well on the floor. We should be keeping our heads down, trying to walk through the hall without anyone seeing us. That's the kind of vibe that I feel that we should be on at this current moment in time. But all I ever seem to hear is a lot of players clapping back, which also tells me that you guys believed your own shit when people were bigging you up so much that now when people criticize you and stuff like that, there's a lot of clapbacks. There's a lot of, the media this, and you guys don't know this, and we don't know this. We don't know. At the end of the day, you're footballers. We're not going to know what you guys are going through, you know, in too much detail. We can only go by what we see on the football pitch. If we think you're playing shit, you're playing shit. If you think Van Dijk's not playing well, 100%. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So we can only go off these kind of facts. So when you're clapping back, it just shows a bit more about you as an individual more than anything, because the reality is the great ones stay silent. The great ones always stay silent unless it's like provoked or something along those kind of lines. I rarely ever hear a Messi, even Ronaldo. And Ronaldo only ever talks because his situation is 10 times bigger than what is going on a football pitch. It's more to do with all the other stuff surrounding it. Like, but everyone keep quiet, bro. Put your head down. Let's go back into the training ground. Let's fix what's going on at this current moment in time. Get us to January, or get these guys to the World Cup, whoever's going, and then we go again. But at the moment, I'm just hearing a lot of talking. Hence the reason why we're just seeing what we're seeing at this moment. Liverpool are going to be shit until the end of until the World Cup comes. After that, I mean, you guys.
But the thing is, I've got a theory on that, yeah. Because people are saying after the World Cup we're going to come back and be much better.
Oh yeah, I know.
But no, the reason why
I'm
for
not
me
saying
it's
much.
not even a banker is because there's going to be as long as there's pressure for Liverpool to finish in the top 4 or pressure for Liverpool to win the league, either one of those, yeah. And as long as there's pressure from within the club to go and get that, the pressure is affecting the players. The players are proving to us they can't cope with that pressure. Right now, they can't cope with the pressure. The mentality monsters that we're talking about, that's chucked out the window. I can only see a situation where the players play well when there's just no pressure at all. When it's like mathematically the Champions League is just over.
Jerry, you know why you make a very
we're
good
going to
point?
win it? It's because we're in the Champions League now, and it's just in the league.
You know why you make a very good point, bro? Because they say pressure makes diamonds, but I've realized whenever we've been successful, it's when there hasn't been that much pressure. When we won the league, we were clear, outside. The only time, actually, no, I was going to say the only time we won we're under pressure was maybe the Barca 4-0 game, but the pressure weren't really on us.
There wasn't even.
There was no pressure.
There wasn't even pressure. Yeah,
City, think about it. City, there was no pressure. City is like, we are the underdogs. Everyone expects us to lose.
Would you say Champions League final?
I predicted we would lose.
Would you say Champions League final is probably the only instance these are?
And guess what? And guess what? That was one of the shittest games.
Yeah.
As soon as the only reason why we won that game purely because we have individual quality.
That's actually mad when
you watch the game again. It was shit. The handball barely a handball.
Even the 2 domestic finals, right? We won both of them in the same fashion, and we wasn't under immense pressure. There was pressure somewhat to win it, but again, because it wasn't seen as the 2 big accolades in the Prem and Champions League, there was somewhat less pressure. You know, Jerry, you make a very good point. When even in this great era, that our fans had to applaud. Whenever we've played under pressure, we've not really come out on top.
What
And when
happened in
we
the
have-
semi-final? What happened in the
Yeah.
semi-final of the FA Cup? We won 3-2. Why? There wasn't that pressure for us to win. It was for City to win. Remember, if City had won that, we'd actually be talking about City going on for the quad, or at least the treble. I think they were knocked out of the League Cup. Yeah, so they would have been going on for the treble. We wouldn't be talking about Liverpool and quad and red like that. There was no pressure in that kind of situation. It was more, if City win, they're going on for the treble. Liverpool lose. That's it. We move on to another game. Blah blah blah. So again, you're totally right, man. Jerry just spitting facts.
Do you know what killed me as well, you two? There's this rumor that's succumbed over the last 2-3 days that we're apparently going to go hard for Bruno Gmwk, yeah. I know you two both don't believe that. That's just noise to us. But listen.
Hard for him. Watch highlights. What do you mean go hard? What does that mean, bro?
I don't know, because fans, I've been seeing, we're going to put in bids, this, that, and other. One, we're not. And two, forget even all of that other stuff, yeah. Let's just go down to the players' ambitions and whatnot. They're in a better position to get Champions League than us. He gets paid more. He's enjoying his football. There are three main factors. Why would he want to come to us just because we're the bigger club?
Romz,
if anything, the future looks brighter.
Romz, the second one's the biggest factor. The second one is the biggest factor.
Yeah.
What are we going to pay him?
It's true.
What are we going to pay him? What, peanuts? Is Klopp going to get on his knees? Like, what are we going to pay him, bro?
Yo, we need to get these men off their knees, brother.
Bro, like, do you know what I mean? It's like, all it is now is like, we haven't got a pool. Unless we're top dogs, unless we keep striving to be better than we currently are, that's the pool.
Yeah.
Klopp isn't a pool like that, you know? Sorry, I'm sorry. Klopp is a pool. Yes, he's a pool. He's a factor into why Liverpool can get players. But if that was the case, we'd be getting bad.
Is he though? You say that, but is he?
He can get the Diaz's, the Darwin Nunez's, like them, man. He can get that level of players. But try chat to Tchouameni, Mbappe, and that.
Mbappe, Bellingham, any of this type of players.
Bro,
one of those ones where, bro, they just like allow it, innit? Just allow it. Like, do you know what I mean? These other top dogs are calling my name. Do you know what I mean? Why are we going to settle for this? And that's what it is. And that's what it is. It's like, I don't get why a Bellingham or a Barella. I mean, Barella's maybe a different situation, but like we're talking about Mbappe, even Haaland. What is the pool? So yes, a manager's a factor. Correct. The manager's a factor. Where are you as a club right now? Where are you moving to? What are you going to pay me? We're not hitting any of those markers. We're not paying players what are supposed to be played. We're not going anywhere currently. So what? Are we only relying on Klopp?
And you know what's so mad? These big players are thinking, I'm not even going there and I'm going to guaranteed win. I'll just be going there to compete. But I wouldn't even guarantee. You know, look, Bellingham's thinking, if I go Real Madrid, I'm going to pick up probably minimum 3 La Ligas, maybe minimum 2 Champions League. If he comes to Liverpool, he's thinking, I may get that. With other clubs, there's certainty. With us, we'll be there and thereabouts, but am I guaranteed? That's also another factor players are thinking. Yeah, I'll compete. I don't even know now, but I'm speaking that past couple of seasons.
We're stepping stone, man. People don't like listen, bro. Liverpool are like the biggest club, in my opinion, or one of the biggest clubs in.
We're like the Dortmund of England.
Yeah, but we're bigger than like a Dortmund.
Yeah.
But that's why I look. Liverpool are a massive club. If you want to get to the big boys, you want to play good football. You want to play for the big boys, the Real Madrids, the Barcelonas, the Bayern Munichs, as Mane has done. You come to Liverpool, do your thing in Liverpool. Create some moments, create some highlight reels so that they can watch you on the videos and that. Boom. Then you make the move. That's what we are. We have been that type of club for at least since we last won the Premier League prior to the 1920 title. That's what Liverpool. Look at all of Liverpool's best ever players that we've ever had, bar Steven Gerrard. What have they all done? What have they all done? None of them have seen out their literally. None of them have
fade away, innit? Just hit a fade away.
They've all gone, and people don't like accepting that. Coutinho at the time was our best player. Suarez, Sterling, Xabi Alonso, Mascherano, like all of these players. Once you hit a certain Torres, once you hit a certain,
even slightly say Arbeloa. I know he wasn't a world beater.
Arbeloa was a very good right back.
He
was a cold right back. He was a cold right back.
He was a right back. He said, I'm going back home to the bigger club. This is a no-brainer.
Exactly. And what happens? You go to these bigger clubs because we don't have, I don't know what it is. I do kind of, but I don't know what it like in terms of Liverpool. We're just not that. We're just not that type of team where you look at and you say, I want to stay there. I want to stay at this club. Unless you're James Milner and that, then yeah. But I mean, if you're one of the big boys, you're not realistically going to do that. That's why.
Man, I was going to say that.
Man, you
said we're not a club. What do you think? He's going to actually not. I don't want to cancel, bro. But you know when you said we're not a club, and you look at it from like, I want to be there. It's not even just that the club itself is.
Oh yeah, the city, the whole nine. Come on,
know
now,
what I'm trying to say without saying it, bro.
But do you know what it is? Do you know what it is?
It's sad. It's sad.
Liverpool. Look, the biggest attractive, like the attractiveness of Liverpool, is the manager, the history of the club.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, what I'm trying to
say. Anyone want to help me out? Because that's the only thing I see.
To be honest, you went further than manager. I was like, right, manager.
Put it like this. What I was trying to say is Liverpool players, like, you won't really get one that, yeah, I'm going to sign there and live in the city centre. They want to go Cheshire. That's basically what I'm trying to get at here. That you're only going to come for the name and maybe Klopp. But I don't know, man.
But the thing is, again, you're not coming to Liverpool, and we see that obviously talking about the Leeds game, but also just looking at Liverpool probably since last season, you're not coming to Liverpool because they play like even Manchester City. I don't even really feel like people would go there and be like, I want to end my career there. But guess what? You see the type of football that they play? I want to go there because it will enhance my game.
And for a long period of time.
For a long period of time.
You know why you're chatting facts? Every year, after about 2-3 years, I always thought Aguero and Aguero, because normally when you're from that South American or Latin kind of background, Barcelona and Real Madrid are the pinnacle for most players. Every year when City had Aguero and Silva, I thought, okay, this is the summer they'll leave. This is the summer they'll leave. This is the summer they'll leave. They never went to the big two in that tenure. Why? Because they were always competing, winning Prems every other season, couldn't even get to the Champions League. But I'm thinking, 1 minute, it's a common theme to leave for the big two. Ronaldo done it at United. Alonso, Mascherano, Torres, they all done it. I can't even use Torres, but you get the gist. But Suarez for us, Coutinho, they always go to the big two. Other Arsenal players have done it. Chelsea, Hazard with Chelsea. Normally you make that step. But with City, they managed to retain their players for that sustained period. Why? Because they were winning regularly. And Jerry's right as well. And it's the wage. They were able to offer them a big wage to keep them happy. That's why you're right. We're just a stepping stone, bro. We're just a stepping stone. You think a player will ever currently be at Liverpool? Here, Barca and Real Madrid are severely interested in them and turn it down. The only one I could argue is maybe Trent, because he's a scout, isn't he? He's a Liverpool fan. I can see him end his career even if there's concrete interest. But that's the only one I can think of off the top of my head.
I don't know, man. If
Real Madrid come calling, you know, like
midfield, you got a midfield spot. Number 8 on your back, and you get to go and be, bruv, he's taking it, man.
I don't think he is. This is where I have to beg to
in midfield.
Yeah,
in midfield.
I just think he loves the club.
I reckon give it 2 years. If Liverpool don't win a major trophy in 2 years, if he doesn't take it, I'll look at you like, bruv, you're one of them guys.
I understand what you're saying.
Like, why didn't you go?
See it happening.
No. The thing is, I fully agree with you on that side. But at the same time, I also look at it as John just said, Trent will do an Owen, bro. You'll go to these clubs just to win because you have a better chance as well at winning stuff like Ballon d'Or. And we've seen it. Look at Mane. Mane, not to say he wouldn't have gotten second if he stayed at Liverpool, but I don't believe he would have. Considering how shit Liverpool have been in the beginning of this season, if he was a part of that for this season as well, him moving to Bayern, I don't know what it is about being at clubs like Liverpool and stuff like that. Like, Ballon d'Ors and that, you ain't winning that here. That's not happening.
I know there was different times, whatnot, but cool. One day Ramos came out and said when he was at Real Madrid, he was severely interested in Gerrard. Mourinho said at Real Madrid and Inter, I think he tried to sign him. Fergie did, but that's stupid that he wouldn't go. We all know Gerrard wouldn't go in Manchester. The closest he was going to is Chelsea under Mourinho. Gerrard's been lured by all these guys. I know Trent and Gerrard are two different people. Obviously, Trent's not just going to do what Gerrard does because they're different people, but I can see him following similar footsteps. And Trent is a quote-unquote in a better team and has already won everything there is to win. That's why I just think no matter how bad we're doing, I could be wrong, but I can just see Trent staying low. I can just see
No,
it.
the thing is, I agree. I can also see that as well. Like, he is
But
a
even
scout.
with Gerrard, though, even with Gerrard, speaking on the Chelsea thing before we like get into the game as well, like there's a lot of reports stating that he just didn't go because like his family and that were getting death threats.
Yeah, real talk.
So it wasn't actually his choice.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It wasn't like it was a coerced decision, you know, like that. It was a choice,
Yeah.
but it was a coerced decision because he was on his way to go and do it. And the story from Gerrard himself is his dad sat him down and said, "Look, are you sure? Like you're gonna go to Chelsea, but you're gonna be loved by these fans and all of that." How much I believe that story, I don't know, innit? There's always more to a story, innit? There's always more to a story, and maybe there were a couple of death threats. I don't know. So if that's a coerced decision, then listen, we might be sitting there and thinking, "Rah." Just
You know why you're right? It's that Rooney with City as well. They threatened, I think, Colleen and all of his family. If you make this City, you're right. You're right. Sometimes it's not actually. Yeah.
When you wanted to leave, so you just never know, innit? You just never know. So, but yeah, before we get into obviously the stats or the show, guys, we got 60 people in the building. Please make sure we're smashing the like. Last time I checked, we were on 30 likes, guys. So please make sure you're smashing the like. There should be an easily minimum 50 likes, like easily. And I know that people do it because we get 70 on a regular. So I just want 50 off the bat straight away. Let's just run through some of the comments before we get into it. We got Assad saying, "Man are saying Liverpool's record is 444, like a Jay-Z album."
That was a dead album too. Like, see, like
I hate that stuff, man. I hate that stuff. Give me fucking the blueprint, man. All this conscious stuff.
Yeah, well, Klopp needs that blueprint right now, boy. I'll tell you.
Trust me, man. And Dicko, big up to yourself. Hope you're doing well. Saying we're sinking quicker than the Titanic. This week could be horrific.
Will.
Mohammed Khalif, big up, saying we're toothless. Trudon saying Liverpool let Matt Damon and Team America end VVD's run. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Killed me. I heard
Aaronson's hard.
You don't watch Ted Lasso?
Hard.
I like Adams.
Ted Lasso. I've not watched Ted Lasso, but people are saying, "How did we let Ted Lasso come to Anfield and win?" I was dead.
I'm not gonna lie. Aaronson's hard.
Him or Adams, though? I like Adams, you know. I like Adams.
Adams is decent. Aaronson, though, the way he was making Gomez look.
Oh, agreed, man. They're both sick. As in, if we had both of them in our midfield right now, we wouldn't even be looking at trying to get
an upgrade. Which is mad.
By the way, Jerry, you know he's a Liverpool fan, innit?
Who?
But he actually come out and said, Aaronson, like he had posts on his wall, he still does. When Leeds signed him, I'll try and find it and send it to you. But Aaronson, I think the chat will back me as well. Aarison's a Liverpool fan, bro. Aaronson is a Liverpool fan.
No, but that's someone that you could have easily got for like 20 million, though.
Exactly.
2025. What's the club doing?
The thing is, what I'm not really understanding.
They're insane, bro.
You know, let's go through the comments.
No. Go on.
No, it's just like I just don't really get it, honestly. Like people in the comments as well. Like I see some of the comments, you know, talking about, you know, us being a bit negative and that. I mean, let us know where there's anything positive to talk about, and we will highlight that at all times. Of course, you know, we're not just going to speak about the negative stuff, but I'm probably going to say there isn't anything to speak about that's positive. And at the end of the day, right now at the club, the feeling, the atmosphere, you know, everything, it's just shit. Like you've gone from a team who was supposed to be, you know, they tried to win a quad, didn't really think it was on, but they tried to win a quad, and you've gone so like the drop off is too big, man. It's way too big, bro. And if I'm being real, when I look at this kind of drop off, it just reminds me of Chelsea when they won the league, which we didn't do, but they won the league and then dropped off. I think they finished 10th that next season. Manager's gone, bro. And that was Jose Mourinho, who is a better manager than Jurgen Klopp. So I don't understand this affiliation that we've got with our manager. Like that, I think is what bugs me more when I see comments and stuff like that. I'm like, but the people are backing this guy. And I'm like, you have you actually have zero evidence that Jurgen Klopp knows how to rebuild a team and get them back to some type of winning ways. He's never done it. So why do we want us to be the testers? I don't want to be the tester for this guy, man. Like Jerry asked before, if you're FSG out, then you're Klopp out. I'll be real. The reality is FSG will be here. So they can. So with them, it's like, Yes, I don't like some of the stuff they've done. Yes, if I had my chance or my choice, I wouldn't want them as my owners, so to speak. I would want Newcastle owners, for example. But the reality is they're not going anywhere. The only thing you can change is the manager, and you can get in some players. Do you two trust Jurgen Klopp with 200 million, which is what it's going to probably cost to get us out of this absolute shithole that we're in at the moment? Because that's what we need, 200 million pounds worth of players. We don't need 30. We don't need 40. I'm hearing Romz is talking about Bruno. One midfielder, brother. We need 3 minimum, and I want them now. Like today. I don't want them in summer. I don't want them in thing. No, we need them now because we need to get them integrated like we did with Diaz. So it's just the club right now. I just think everything they're doing is just wrong, outdated. We're so far behind like everyone else in terms of everything we're trying to do, model, style of play. You know, you'd think this is still 16, 17 season. Like it's just shit, man. Honestly, it's just shit.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Liverbird, big up to themselves, saying more than just a hangover from last season. There are major issues with us both on and off the field. Facts. Gmwk saying, or maybe, just maybe, hear me out. We can't raise our level against teams we believe we are better than.
I hear that.
Yeah,
I hear that as well.
It's the underdog syndrome, innit? No one Twali saying, Jerry, question for G. Why have Liverpool been outfought and opposition showing more passion and desire than you and no fight?
Brother, you asking me? Like, go chat to Klopp. I have no idea why.
I got the answers, G.
I got the answers, man. Like, I'm asking Noah. Like, all jokes aside, I'm asking the same. This is the same group of players. I don't want to hear no hangover. Manchester City, before when they lost in the Champions League final, the next season they won the Premier League. I don't want to hear about no hangovers. I don't want to hear about, because that's disappointment, losing, getting to a final and then losing and then having to go again. And then they win the big one. They win a Premier League. So what, like, I don't want to hear about no hangover. Like,
but then they're going to start coming for you, G. More money, net spend, all this.
No. The more money. The thing is, 100%, and they already do. And again, this money thing, guys, let's get over it now.
The net spend's better than ours over the past 6 years. But
people don't want to say that. You know what? You know what happens? We end up moving the goalposts and start saying, but if you look at the last 10 years, Manchester City have it. No. Yeah. If I start showing you 6, why are you showing me 10? But the reality is, I don't mind losing games. I've always said this. I don't mind losing games and even the winning games, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's about the performance and the level of the team. If the team are trying their absolute hardest, I can't get onto you for that. How can I get onto you if you're actually trying your hardest? That doesn't make any sense. That would be being a hater. I'm not. But when you're actually moving shit and you're not trying, which these guys are not doing, it's not like, come on, man. 8 of our last 12 games, guys, I said it. The teams have outrun us. That's supposed to be our thing, but we're getting outrun.
Crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. Pan of Scouts saying, according to James Martin, Liverpool have a concrete interest in signing Newcastle's 23-year-old Bruno Gmwk in January. So what the hell were we doing before then? What the hell were we doing before then?
I wonder how much it would cost now. I wonder.
50.
How much Bruno will cost?
50. I feel like it'd be more than that. Yeah.
I think 80 minimum.
Yeah.
They will extort us. They will extort us. Remember, we're seen, not in this instant moment, but we will be seen as a rival to them soon. So 80 million minimum, bro. Minimum.
Gio the best, big up to yourself, saying it's peak for Liverpool right now. You man need to be firm. Klopp out. I was scared to be Wenger out in 2014. I regret it because if he left earlier, we would have had a chance at big names. And that's what it is, isn't it? You don't want the status of the club to start dropping alongside Klopp's like appeal for players, because then what you get is that you end up getting players like, do you know what I mean, like Andre Santos and all those types of bums.
Trust me, back then it hurt, man. I went through it.
Those types of bums.
The Nielsen news and that. Hey, I forgot about these,
man. But yeah, big up to Trudon saying Klopp giving me beta male vibes. But yeah, man, it's crazy at the moment. It's crazy. But cool. You know, there's still some comments as well. We'll get into them afterwards. Guys, please make sure you're smashing the like as well. Big up to everyone that's tuning in. Let's get into it and let's just bring up the first stats of the game.
Let's get into this crap.
Hold on. There we go. I don't mind being covered, actually. I'll just stand.
Isn't there a way to get all three of us on the side?
No, there isn't, you know.
Oh.
There isn't.
Oh,
no.
no, you can't because obviously you got the picture showing.
Yeah, that's the problem. So, yeah, but it's calm like this anyway. I just stand like this. But cool. Yeah, angles, innit? Angles. But cool. G, just run us through this. Run us through this a bit, man.
Well, you can see we're on the left 22 shots to 14. 10-6 for in our favor. Big chances. We had 3, they had 2. So that 2 chances they scored. Completed passes, we outpassed them as per usual, passing around the back aimlessly. Attacking third, they had half of our, give or take half of our possession of ball in the attacking third. Take-ons. When you're looking at all these crosses, tackles, and this is where I'm now looking is, hold on, let me take this comment off real quick. I'm looking at the tackles and interceptions, right? Tackles, they out-tackled us and they made more interceptions in the game. These are little, again, added with other stats behind it. These are little indicators as to this is the fight that Leeds United had in the game itself. There's no point having 554 completed passes to their 192. And it's not mounting to anything. We're not doing anything. 37 crosses. Who the hell are we crossing to? Like, who? Who are you crossing to?
Nunes.
Cool. If that's what it is, then cool. You're crossing to Nunes. Like,
I said we had 2/3 more. They only had a third of that's crazy. That is crazy.
But Romz, this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, again, you look at that. If you didn't know the score and you just looked at that, you'd assume the team on the left was the one who won. Because you
not even just one convincingly.
Convincingly.
No,
but again,
you would think that, but then when you look at like the nuances in the game, right? So look, we've had 22 shots with only 10 on target. It's the same thing over and over again. We've done this on other games. It's 14 shots that they've gone and had, and it's 6 on target. Their efficiency is better than ours. They've had 2 big chances to our 3 out of 22 shots. Their efficiency is better than ours. On top of that, the passes completed. They've only made 192 total passes. We've made 554. That's insane. That's insane. And then to go and look at the fact that their tackles are higher than us, their interceptions are higher than us, with less fouls, that for me summarizes a Klopp performance, which is ironic. Jesse Marsh has done a Klopp. Has done a Pep Linders. We tackled harder than them. We had more interceptions with less fouls.
No,
it's mad. It's madness.
It's just, and again, how many games are we? I don't know. No, it's not on there. I was going to say, what was the possession stats like for the game in itself? But I'll check in a minute. But
off the top of my head, I don't know it officially, but it'll probably be something like
you say it. You say it right now.
I'll say 70-30, be in that region. I don't know 100%.
Yeah.
It'll probably be something around that.
70-30. It was 69.
See, and I was off the top of my head.
But Romz, do you know why you made that decision? Do you know why you made that decision and that prediction? Because we've done this so many times, same things over and over again. Nothing's changing. Where is this reinvention that Klopp spoke about? He lied, bro. He lied. Where's the change?
You know what he is, Jerry? He's a raya, he's an actress. Go the fuck out.
Our passing accuracy was only 81% as a whole. Yeah, it's so mad because theirs was only 63%. So again, it's just about being efficient in the right areas, man.
Exactly. And then you look at it again, and hold on, it's apologies, this is a bit. And we look at this and we speak about their possession, right? And I know, guys, you won't be able to see us. Joe Gomez. Why is he alongside Virgil again in the top 3 for most? Why has he had the most passes in the game?
And let's not let that deceive us. That's just side to side within the back when Allison passes to them. But regardless, why is he the one? Why is he the one that's getting on the ball the most? Hold on, he's had 100 passes made, and Thiago's only had 64. Trent's had 53. Why is Gomez getting on the ball?
I didn't even clock Thiago.
Where's Thiago? Where's Elliot? Where's Fab?
He's out here worried about other shit right now, bro.
His own family are even asking.
You know, like that. But now, what you're saying?
Where's Papa? Where's Papa? Innit?
But now, all jokes aside, that is, I didn't even know that Joe Gomez would be top of that list. Like, of all the players in the back line to be top, it was not going to be Gomez.
I thought it would be maybe Dijk or Robbo, the second and third. I didn't think Gomez would be top. To complete 100 passes, that's quite good.
Yeah, of course.
But it is quite good. But what it's just showing is that these teams are just allowing us to obviously just get on the ball. Just get on the ball and just let Joe Gomez have the ball, let Verge have the ball. They're not doing anything. Let's just stop the likes of Salah, Thiago, and then getting on the ball as much as possible. And we've won a third of the battle already. That's madness.
This is why your conversation about the whole Gomez versus Matip, obviously Konate's back, so he'll come straight back in, I would assume. But when I look at like a Gomez and Matip, this is why having a Matip is always going to be a better option than a Gomez. He offers you more. He can dribble, he can pass, he can thread the lines really, really well. In comparison to a Gomez, I just feel when he plays centre-back, I don't know what it is. I thought he was a natural centre-back, but I feel like you have to put him right back now just to see him play at his best at this current moment in time, because when I'm watching him centre-back, I just feel he's too exposed, man. And they're allowing him to, as you said, get on the ball as much as possible because he isn't affecting the game. He isn't going to affect the game. He isn't going to make a lung bursting run like a Matip. He can't pass like Virgil. So he's only there to defend, which sounds stupid, I know, because that's what he is. But that's all he's going to do. They only need to worry about that when Leeds have the ball or anything like that. So for me, when I'm looking at this, I'm just thinking, yeah, this is probably all done by design, to be honest with you. We will start seeing Joe Gomez at the top or top three of these lists more and more and more, especially in games that we don't do, well in it. So
and that's what it is that from a technical standpoint, it's like, and we said it, we done the same thing to City. Allow Ake, Akanji, and Diaz to have the ball because Gundogan and De Bruyne are going to hurt you. Allow them to have bare passes of the ball. Teams are doing that to us, but we just can't combat it. Which means our midfielders are struggling to break down low blocks and get on the ball in tight spaces. Hence why the type of profile of midfielder that we need isn't a runner. It's the likes of a Verratti or a Barella. But man want to go for Tchouaméni's. I don't get the idea of what we're trying to do as a club. I don't get it. I don't get it. We spoke about needing a number 10 for years, a Coutinho-esque player.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
We've spoken about it. It's madness. It's madness.
But then, it's funny though, Jerry? We spoke about this.
I got to dip out quickly, but make sure it's them lights, man. These two speak gospel every time, but I'll shout you lot later, innit?
Yeah. Enjoy your evening.
We'll catch you, innit? We'll catch you.
Cool, bro.
Even to what you're saying, it's so funny. We've been talking about needing the number 10. We ended up buying a number 10 in Fabio Carvalho, and we're just putting him out on the left-hand side anyway. So did we? Clearly, we didn't need a number 10 because we don't use one. And
but this is my point: is that we're always doing this thing, square pegs in round holes. Always doing this.
Agreed.
Buying this player, he ends up being this. Do you know what I mean? Like we bought Gini Wijnaldum, and he became a defensive-minded, keep ball player. We buy. Do you know what I mean? Mane, he starts off at right wing, he then moves to left wing, he ends up leaving as a striker. I get it, it worked, but you can't keep doing that all the time. It's just mad. Nunes, we signed as a striker. Now I'm seeing him on the left wing. I don't get it.
But this is what I'm saying, though, man. This is what I'm saying. We'll get into that after we finish the stats and stuff, but this is why I have to come back to your Klopps, your Edwards / Wards, everyone, the FSG, the whole gang, because what is it you're looking for? What type of player are you looking for? But we'll get into that after. No, we'll get into that.
Yeah, man. Oh, shit. I need to get this up. Big up Erhan. Erhan said, Klopp is Ekin Su. Man said Klopp Su,
Hey, you lot are rude, you know. If I said
You know
half of the
what?
things that you lot say in the group chat, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
this chat is goated. You know when the
Yeah, of
chat's
course.
popping off today? Like I can't even keep up. It's crazy.
Yeah, for real, for real, for real.
Let's look at the next one, man, because let's look at passes first. Yeah, so hold on, let's just see if we can get both of us there.
Nah, it's calm anyway. We can chat this way.
I don't know. Hold on. Yeah, we have to chat. Let's both of us are covered anyway. So cool.
Mm.
Looking at attacking third passes, and it's really annoyed me, bro. Why has Joe Gomez got 15?
What?
What?
That
Where
doesn't even
is
make
Elliot?
sense.
People keep talking to me about Elliot. Where?
That doesn't even make sense. Wasn't Gomez playing centre back?
Yes.
So how is he second? It doesn't. What?
This is
Wow.
madness.
No Trent, no Thiago. Well, Thiago's fourth. No.
Yeah, exactly. But
Elliot.
in top three, we want him in the top three.
Yeah, no, of course. No, of course. Of course.
What you got the same? You got the same amount as Brendan Aronson.
That's mad. And Brendan
And
Aronson
had 30% possession. G. And had 30% possession. G.
Again, it's about being efficient in the right areas, man. We're doing a lot of these whatless passes, crosses into the box, like aimlessly,
Keeping
just
the ball at the back and just moving it slowly. There's no tempo.
Slowly.
Do you know what I mean? It's just I'm struggling. Listen, did Bobby play this game? He did, didn't he?
Yes,
He did.
yes, he did.
Where's Bobby? Where are you? You're the number 10 now. You're not the striker.
It's true. A couple people saying it in the chat. Couple people, let me even get the message up. This one. Right here, big up spirits, man. Elliot was low-key the worst. He was, but people are not talking about it because he's the golden child and you know, he's the Marquez. Marquez is a real one anyway, man. Elliot was real bad versus Leeds. Like, we're not speaking about this. And forget the agendas, because I know some people just have an agenda anyway, but forget the agendas. Jerry just showed you there. Where is he? Where is he on that list of the, you know, attacking third passes? Why is Robbo, I might even give you a blight for that, but why is Joe Gomez ahead of you?
Yeah, Robbo's fine because
Robbo,
in our system, the fullbacks are advanced. My problem is, where's Trent?
Yeah, I was just about to say, why isn't Trent there? Like, but then where is Elliot? Why is what's his name? Aronson? Why is he ahead of you? They had 31% possession. It's not like they were dominating. Did you get
attacking third passes? Why has Joe Gomez got more attacking? You know what? I'm trying to think of the third. The third's not like the middle of the pitch where Joe Gomez would
bro.
be. It's just in front of the box. Why has Joe Gomez got more than him?
That tells me that basically up until when it was 1-1, the team weren't doing anything. And then when we probably did start to try and attack them more, maybe Joe was there. But I don't remember him being so up front like that. Like close to their box. I don't really remember that. But clearly the stats tell you otherwise, man.
Yeah, it's madness, man. I mean, yeah, guys, keep the comments coming. Let us know what you think of the stats, because these are, I'm not gonna lie, horrific when you look at them, man. They're horrific. Absolutely horrific. Looking at chances created, and that's a bit more, like I said, it's more of the same, isn't it? So
this is what I would expect anyway.
Yeah, and I mean this is what we want to see in terms of chances created. So Robertson, Bobby, Trent, all up there. Thiago, yes. My problem is that it's the same thing. So from a chance creative standpoint, we're doing the same thing that we've always done. No matter what formation we play, our fullbacks still have to create the most. Bobby's still the most creative because he's playing as a false 9, floating number 10. Where's Salah in this?
Oh yeah, for real. Again, where's Elliot? Where's
Elliot? Where's Fabinho? Where's the creation in the team? Where?
Bearing in mind, guys, we're showing you this. Remember, we lost. It's not like we won and you could say maybe we took our foot off the pedal and you know then the main players are the one. We lost, so we were we were poor for quite a large periods of that game. In fact, the whole game, but for large periods of it, we were so poor. So this is where I expect your top players to come into play and start saying, even just to try something. But we're not even seeing that, man. Like these stats are quite damning. That's probably the best stat that we could probably find to say Liverpool did something good in terms of chance created. But for when you only score one goal, them chances created don't really mean nothing to me anymore, to be honest with you. Because add up all of those chances created that we have there in that little panel that you've got there of the 4-5 players. How many is all of that together? And we scored 1 goal. Come on, man. It's not really making any sense.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm just gonna get onto the next one. It's dire when you break it down and you look at it for what it is, and you just take off the red tinted glasses like this, and you actually just wipe your eyes and look at the damn game. You realize that
that's why I've been putting my glasses on recently, bro.
Yeah, we're scoping players out. I've had to do the same. I had to make sure what I'm seeing is real life. Yeah,
bro, facts. I had to start. Someone said to me, "Nah, like you need to start wearing your glasses again." G, I said, "You know what? The way Liverpool playing, I need to because some of the shit I'm seeing, I can't even believe it. Maybe my eyes have been blurry this whole season or something. I need to put my glasses back on."
It's crazy, and then we look at shots, and it's just more the same, innit?
But the fact that both Rodrigo and Somerville are ahead of Firmino and Nunes anyway, considering Nunes is the guy I expect to be taking shots like left, right, and center.
Yeah, and which he did, and I just don't know, innit?
No, but Jerry, they had 31% possession. 31. That should tell you that we are more dominant with the ball. So what are we doing with the ball then?
Because we don't know what to do with the ball. The games we've played the best in are games when there's space. If teams give us space, it's curtains. You saw what we did to City. Just give us space. Just give it. You think we're going to get the same space against Spurs? Conte.
Nah, no way. That's going to be boring.
He's plugging them holes, bro. Plugs. Like, it's just not great, man. It's not great. And look, just to kind of just dash a couple stats out of there for you guys as well. I mean, this is what G got. Do you want to run through this, G?
Dude, I forgot about this for a second, you know.
Yeah.
Guys, look at this. Come on, man. This is since May, yeah? May of this year. Liverpool have gone 1-0 down in the 3rd minute against Villarreal, 3rd against Villa, 13th. This is all inside the first 20 minutes of games, by the way, that we've gone 1-0 down. So there are more games we've gone 1-0 down, but obviously they were after. 13th against Southampton, 3rd against Wolves, 16th against United, 5th against Napoli, 4th against Brighton, 1st against Arsenal, 4th against Leeds. Come on. You cannot win games like this. This isn't a good base to win football matches. I don't care at any level. Premier League, Sunday League. Sunday League, Jerry, you and I both played Sunday League and we played higher. But let's just use Sunday League as the lowest barometer, yeah? How many games have you won when you've conceded inside the first, 5 minutes? You know it's going to be a long day. You just know in your brain, this is going to be
it's going to be a long day. And even if you manage to pull out some sort of performance, it's going to be a high-scoring game. It's going to be a tough game where... Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be a 1-0, but you win 5-1.
But you win 5-1.
Very rarely happens. That very rarely happens.
Exactly, bro. And this is exactly what we're doing. I know you got the other, I think you do, the other picture where it shows our first half.
Oh, yeah. This one. If you guys can see it.
If you guys can see it, I'm going to...
just zoom in. Take a screenshot, zoom in whilst you're listening. Yeah.
But as I've made the screen a bit bigger so I can see it, I'll read it out for you guys anyway. So there's six matches in this little collage right here. You got Fulham obviously in the top left, where we were 1-0 down going into half time. You got Crystal Palace 1-0 down going into half time. Manchester United 1-0 down going into half time. Brighton 2-1 down going into half time. The bottom one, Arsenal 2-1 down going into half time. Again, Leeds, I think it was 1-1 in the end, going into half time. This is not a good base, guy. This is just 6 matches that I plugged. There was so many other games where you're looking at and you're thinking, I don't quite understand. Like, how do you expect to win? And remember, by the way, let's not even try to chat shit about injuries and stuff like that. Fulham, Palace, Leeds, can't remember the Brighton. Let's say we'll use those 3. I'll take out Arsenal and Manchester United, right? Are you trying to tell me with this squad, injuries or not, that we shouldn't be winning games? We shouldn't be playing a lot better than what we're seeing at this current moment in time? The injuries can't wash here. No way can the injuries wash, because in most of those games we had strong teams out. It's not like we was putting out flipping Tyler Morton and Kai Gordon and them, man. We was putting out like the first team players, and this is the level of performance. So what we're saying is these guys are just not as good as the Leeds players or Fulham players or Palace players. No disrespect to them, because they're good players in their own right. But come on, man, that doesn't make any sense. You cannot win games, Klopp, if this is how you're starting. Obviously, I feel sorry for you in that sense, because you're not exactly going out there saying, all right, guys, concede in the first 5 minutes, let's make it difficult for ourselves. But whatever message you're getting across to the team, they're not listening to this message. It is not being put out there onto the pitch. So something is wrong there, clearly, man.
Yeah, man. There's something fundamentally wrong in it. There's something fundamentally wrong, and I don't know where. Look, the argument of FSG or spend and all of that is a bigger issue at hand. But we're not talking about not beating Man City or not being able to compete with Spurs that we're going to have on the weekend. Our players should be good enough. Our second team should be good enough to beat Nottingham Forest, Leeds United, the likes of Rangers, which we did. It just should be. We shouldn't have been surprised by the Rangers result. It should have been business as usual.
Yeah.
I don't know where the club goes with all of this. It's a madness, and yeah.
When you watch us here, obviously we talk about midfield, and we've been talking about it for time. Is that your main concern when you look at this team, though? For you personally? So
look, in terms of personnel, like when I look at the teams, in terms of personnel, yes. Like I do think, yeah, if we had a different midfield, maybe things would be better. So if we had players that could run more than the opposition, we probably draw that game against Leeds. We probably draw, because we can match them for running at least. Or they get a bit disheartened. You got a bit more quality, you can pull something out the bag. But it's a bigger issue. It's the tactics. It's what are the team doing on the training pitch? Why do we keep conceding goals? Is there not a focus by the club to kind of get players and just, you know what, we're just going to be defensively solid for the next 3 games? Yeah. Even if we draw every game 0-0, we're going to be defensively solid, because I know for a fact when teams are in the relegation zone, that's exactly what they do. Scrap the attacking bit of it. We need to defend because we keep shipping goals. We're shipping goals on a regular basis now.
Does it remind? Does it just before? I see thinking about just before. Does it remind you of old school Klopp when we first, like before we had Van Dijk, when we was chilling with Sacco and Lovren and them, man?
No, but it doesn't. It doesn't, because they haven't got the same intensity in terms of what they're doing. Even if defensively we were poor, going forwards, you saw there was intensity. You saw there was actually a plan. Right now, there's no plan.
I meant in the way that we're conceding, not necessarily like the team in itself.
In the way that we're conceding, 100%. Yeah. It's like we've got Lovren back and Alberto Moreno back, and it's that. The problem is, though, is that people are trying to tell me that these players are better. So it's actually worse. Do you know what I mean? If we had Sacco playing and Billy Cometti had to play at the back, or it was Reece Williams and Nat Phillips for the season, like we did a couple of years ago, and we were shipping goals like this, I'd be like, well, there's a reason as to why.
But Jerry, we finished third with that. We finished third with Nat Phillips and Reece Williams at the back. We finished third with Nat Phillips. No Thiago. Brother was injured, remember? No Van Dijk. No Gomez. No Matic for like half the season. And we finished third with the same team, bar Mane and Ginny, I think. 2 players. And this is supposed to be an upgrade to what we have now. Like, come on, man. Come on, bro. Like this, that doesn't even make, like what you're saying, by the way, I'm not disagreeing, because I 100% agree with you. But what I'm saying is that doesn't even make sense. How can you tell me that these players are supposed to be better and this is what the level of performance that we're putting in? Like, we've gotten worse since we won the Premier League, but yeah.
Exactly. But guys, we've got another one. It's a space. It's a clear space. It's an open space. It's a healthy space. We've got a special guest. Someone needs to get something off his chest. He's feeling like this man right now.
I've got nothing left. I've got nothing
Say LFC TV.
Hey, I swear down, yeah, that's how I was last night on my stream. Solo dolo in the night, just crying inside, bro. People were like checking on my mental health and that. I said, bruv, I'm done. Some Tyrese thing. What more do you want from me? Hey, brother, I've lost my hair for this club. Like, it's
Bro,
mad.
come on, bro. Like 25
Brother,
years in this thing.
They're trying to talk about our, like, bro, our commitment in that.
Our commitment. I've got no hair, bro. This is the no commitment that man's putting
These
in.
players don't piss me off, bro. Are you dumb, bro? Like, bro, it's
What you telling
crazy
me, bro?
out here, bro.
What you
I'm
gonna
here,
tell
I'm
me, bro?
loved, man. I've been enjoying. I thought, you know what? Yeah, my little one's doing trick or treating. I got a little, little 10, 15 minutes. I got something to deal with Jerry, but we'll deal with that. But I just had to come and just get me cry, like Ja Rule said, when you cry, I cry, we cry together. You know, like that. So that shit.
Come on.
Too.
Come on.
Shut up,
You
man.
telling me. But you know what? I hear just off what you all was saying, yeah, off of how we're supposed to be better. It's crazy. I was saying this last night. Like people that really, like, I feel like Klopp might have got things wrong. You know, I feel like where he never stepped in for Genie, like he may have thought, oh, you know what? I'm definitely not having that with man like Milner and Henderson and that. He's just done it for the wrong thing. Do you get it? Like he's done it. He's done it for the wrong thing. And like certain man, when we got Thiago, like this is why I've been screaming Pep Linders out in it. I've been saying this, yeah. I've been saying, you know this. Like I've been saying this because when we got rid of Genie and we got Thiago, everyone was like, yo, like upgrade, technical, like upgrade and da-da-da-da-da. And like I personally am one of them people where I'm like, Thiago is what Thiago has always been. You knew what you was getting with Thiago. Do you see what I'm saying? Like people that know football, that knew how techie he was, also knew that this guy, you can't get a full season out of this guy. And you are now in what is the best league in the world, the most physical, and you're expecting more from him than he's shown you in other leagues where they've even allowed him to be less industrious in that midfield. Then you're expecting him to be in yours. And you want him to be more fit, mud tick. So when I'm hearing man talking about we can get players to complement Thiago, I'm like, you lot are smoking crack. Like we should be in the position where we're looking at players to maybe pick up the handle from what Thiago's doing. When Pep Linders, like with the book in that, yeah, like all jokes aside, I said this last night. It wasn't the fact that I really thought he was giving out trade secrets, yeah, because let's be honest, I knew it was a marketing, and we all did. We knew it was a marketing ploy, but it was more like an indication of where your mindset is. Like, okay, so you lot think that you lot have made it to the precipice where you can chill and start doing up books, where I don't even think that you've foreseen certain things in the team where us part-time YouTubers have. You know them ones there? Are you doing any type of technical training on the pitch? Are you training without Thiago? Like, are you actually doing that? Do you know them ones there? Like he said, in the season where we came third, we did most of it without Thiago. Do you know them ones there? So we can do it. Do you see what I'm saying? But we rely on Thiago until he's brocking him. Mad thing. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like it's mad. It's mad. It doesn't make no sense. Like so, you get it? Like
mad. It's crazy.
Factual, bro. Factual.
It's
let's just run through some of the comments, man. We got we got Weeno saying Klopp's here sounding like Oli. Right now, he's not having fun in the pressers. I'm not gonna lie. He looks stressed. He looks like he's getting pressured. And Dico saying strap-in league season is going to be painful. Yeah. Michael Corleone LSC saying this is such a bottom red chat. Trust me, bro.
Come on, bro. I'm getting bottom red.
The clarity is deep.
But you know what it is, yeah? You know Michael Corleone, yeah? Like and I know you're not actually, but like for anyone else that wants to jump in and just like, you've got to come with like facts in it. You got to come with something that we can debate. You got to actually, because when I'm coming or when we're coming, we're not just here like we're shit. We're actually trying to give you something like, bro, you know, we're the team that's been counter. It's so easy, and you're not going to be surprised by this. You're going to be like, makes sense. We're the team that's been counter attacked the most in the league, like the most. And it's like, and I said this last night, yeah. I said it's like, if I'm boxing you, G, yeah. See if I'm boxing you, yeah, and I'm bigger than you.
Why can't it be Jerry in that? Why me? Like, why can't it?
Jerry's like my. This is too much light skin violence, bro. But you know what it is, yeah. Like, let's just say, yeah.
Hey.
Me and Jerry, me and someone are boxing, yeah. Me and someone are boxing, and I may be bigger than that person, yeah. So my game plan going into that is, yeah, I'm just gonna be aggressive. I'm just gonna be stomping, man. Do you get it? Because I'm bigger. I'm gonna impose myself. Something may happen, like man just hit man busting the eye or something. Do you know them ones there? Now all of a sudden my vision's 50-50. I can't see like that. Bro, I don't care. Like if I continue with that game plan, I'm probably going to get knocked out. You know, like there's gonna have to be some adaptation, like, bro, maybe let me step back, let me counter box, let me do something. This is what I talk about in terms of our play. Like we're just doing the exact same things with no consideration into like what the fucking team's like, so we can maybe set up differently. Doesn't matter that the absolute engine of the way in which we liked to play was our midfield, which is decimated. We don't set traps no more. We just chase the ball. Like that's all we do is just chase the ball. You know them way there. Like so people are playing out of from us so easily. And then because we, again, like I said, we've got the one eye bus, we're not adapting, we're still trying to do up high line. Then you wonder why we get counted. So what the fuck is going on? Like, do you know the ones there? Man's trying to do that, like we're imposing you in your half with no real, like we don't set traps, we don't actually press, like we're just trying to just run against, and we'll do that. And then man are just bing, 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 boom, gone. Like, come on, man. It's a joke.
It's mad. Like, we go, do you know what it is? We go into games, yeah. We go into half time. We've just been countered. We're losing 1-0 because they countered us in the first 5 minutes. Klopp and LJINDERS get into the change room, and then we hear this. Just reload the high line. That's just reload the high line.
This is what I don't understand. Is like this is why I get onto Klopp so much, and it's not. Like I said, I'm not going to go into it too deep, but it's not about hating the guy. Saint just said it there, bro. We're part-time fucking YouTubers, bro. But I've played enough and watched enough and coached enough in football to understand when something ain't fucking working, bro. It's not working. Why? Like that reloaded thing, it's here for bants. But that is the truth about Liverpool, though. That is the truth. We just reload the same thing. It don't matter if we got Nat Phillips at the back, or we got Gomez, or we got whoever. It's not working, bro. Change it. Like, why don't you want to change it? Like, why are you so stubborn to just continue something that is not working? The tactic is officially done at this club in terms of the players that you have at the moment. So, bro, change it.
Gee, let me ask you a question.
Technical players now.
Gee, let me ask you a question, yeah?
Chat to me. Yeah, that juice is nice, though. I know that one.
That juice is buff, bro.
You know, like,
come on.
Bro, we are only now, yeah? And I'm not setting you up. I actually want to know what you man thinking it. Because we are only now seeing a tactical change, especially in terms of formation, because of the injuries and the players that we have available, yeah? You, man, real talk, if we had KR, Ox, Fabinho, Milner, Henderson, Jones, everyone was fit, do you think we'd still be playing 4-3-3?
Of course we would.
Yeah, of course we would.
Of course we would, bro. Of course we would. The only time we've actually seen a tactical change has been when it's been so desperate that we've needed to...
Check the madness, though. Check the madness. if I was to tell you that there actually hasn't been a tactical change, you'd think I'm lying, innit?
No, that's why I changed it to a lineup change. I said tactical change, and I went, oh, actually, in terms of lineup,
it's mad because we see the lineup, which is mad, but then we look at the stats, and it's still the same players creating. So you're still relying on Trent and Robbo to create. You're still relying on the left side of the midfielder to do the defensive work, just like Genie did. All it means is just we see Nunes playing on the left and drifting and moving about. Salah's coming. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. And Klopp spoke about a reinvention. We have seen no reinvention, bro. No reinvention.
That's when I was like, okay, let's give him some time. When I saw the first game back and I said, this is your reinvention. I said, yeah, you can go. The job center is waiting, bro. Like, you can always go there and try find universal credit. You know, it's hard times, cost of living and that. Go pattern up in that side, because what you're doing at this present moment in time, and this even goes on to something that you mentioned, Saint, on Twitter when we were speaking about managers and stuff, like in terms of like who comes next, etc., etc. For me, it doesn't even come down to a who comes next, because the reality is, yes, there's probably like a few managers I can pick off the top of my head who probably wouldn't come, just one, because it's Liverpool, and two, because of the owners. But the rest of them, I'm looking at them thinking it's not about the fact that they actually might even be worse than Klopp, because I still think Klopp is one of the best managers out there. They're just coming with new ideas that actually might just fit the team, funnily enough. So whoever that might be, again, I mentioned your Enrique's. You can say Hansi Flicks if you want. Tuchel was another name. He's not my top option, but he's just another name of a good manager that's out there. But these managers out there, they have styles of play that fit what Liverpool are currently trying to do, which is more technical players. Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, Thiago, Fabio Carvalho. We're trying to clearly play this technical football, but mixed in with the intensity. Klopp can't do that. He can only do intensity. So he needs those type of players. If he can't get those, get me a manager who can work with those type of players, though. Because then you'll start seeing Liverpool playing a whole different type of football, a whole different style, but we're more conducive for us to go out and win games. This pressing thing, this ain't 2016 no more, my guy. Like, no one does it like that anymore. Everyone presses in a manner that is still controlled. It's not just chaos. It's not just, you go and do this and you pop out on your ones. Nunes might press, he might not. Firmino is still trying to press like it's 16, 17 season. Like, it doesn't really make any sense for what they're trying to do now. Like, you get, it's honestly like I'm watching Liverpool of old, but with older players. Like, I'm just seeing older players playing the old formation, and I'm thinking, but we got more ballers now. Like, even Trent Alexander-Arnold, the role that he plays now in comparison to what he used to play isn't the same. You've got him on the ball more. You've got him coming inside a lot more. You've got him playing with the midfield a lot more. So he's almost forming a 2 and a 3 by himself when one goes. So if you're trying to make it more technical, Klopp is not a technical manager, unfortunately. So he can't do that. It's just not in his makeup. He's good at the intensity. Give him bare runners in the midfield. He'll make this team click and X, Y, and Z. If we're not going to do that, get me the guy who can. There are so many managers out there who can do that.
That's the thing, G's. I think there's a good marriage there, because, like you said, like I'm not gonna shirt what Klopp does. Like, I feel like and you yourself touched upon it. But I also feel like you're right, because there is a whole technical, tactical side that Klopp isn't great at doing. But if we can mix the two, I just need us to be Destiny's Child and evolve like them. Do you know, like that?
So you're saying Linders has got to drop out. They got to get the next team.
I need us to be, because Klopp is always going to be Beyonce, and he's the one. Klopp is Beyonce, but I need us to evolve like them. When it's not really working, tell me, like, when they did, was there bangers afterwards? Was there bangers, bro? Get on the bus and all of that was all new. There was bangers after. They didn't just, it will work. You get me? Like G said, get me the technical guys that behind the stuff, because if there's a marriage that can work, and I've said this to G, and then G's also hit back at me, and I said, you're right, because at the end of the day, I look at the best that ever did it, and it hurts me, but Ferguson was ahead of the curve. I said, I'm the guy, get me, I'm Beyonce, but things are changing, get me, so I need new people to, and then G's like, but Klopp isn't the type of guy who would do that. I think Klopp is the kind of guy that's like, you're getting rid of my backroom stuff, you're getting rid of me. And if that's
yes.
then big man,
But I agree with you though. When you said it, I went back and I looked at it, the tweet again, and I thought it over and over, and I was like, you're actually right. If you got in, let's just say, an equivalent of how Pep got in Mikel Arteta, so like something of that kind of ilk, where you've got that.
You work with the players. I'll do the tactics. You do the coaching because you're good. Get me.
But your coaching style is different, not this Pep Yinders coaching style. I need different kind of coaching
But we say that, But you had Buvac that was different to him, right? He called Buvac the brains of his operation. I don't want to keep going on and rambling on about it. But he had that brother, and he sacked him off essentially because he wasn't a yes man and didn't agree with what Klopp wanted to do. Klopp's gone for the yes man, innit? So that's why I do feel it's one of those ones where Klopp's saying, I love Linders too much. He said it in his book, he loves him. I love Linders too much. It is what it is. We ride out together. This is Bonnie and Clyde. They're dying together.
That's ultimately, I think, what's going to be. I think, like I said, I've said this before. I think what makes, because he's my dad, bro. I see him pretty much every day, and I know my man, innit? Like, what makes him a brilliant person is also what makes him a really shit manager. Like I'm telling you, like, do you know what I mean? The riding out, the loyalty, the lack of like refreshing, all of them things are someone that you want in the dock with you. Do you know what I mean? Do you get me? My man ain't gonna say a word. He's gonna ride for me. You get me? But as a manager, you need to be a little bit more. But speaking on the manager, we've got a big elephant in the room. Can I deal with the elephant in the room, or to get it? Like, all right, people's them, yeah. Me and my guy Jerry, like all of us, in fact, like in actual facts, we're all of African descent. You get it? So when I say something, I'm having to go back to the roots, innit? Like, big up my guy Joey G. He's my dog. I do love him, but I have to put it out there. Him now make it. You get it? Like, he's really not doing bits. He's
rushed.
He's rushed. And Jerry will come out very quickly. And the thing with Joey is, and this is even in this season. Previously, let's not act like he weren't instrumental in our Premier League season. Even in this season, you go and do up Man City, and then you do everything afterwards. And before you get it, he's that time. But at least we have those high points. Is it? Let's address the elephant in the room. And let's talk about maybe what could be the worst substitution appearance ever. I'm talking man doing Inkwasiasem on the pitch, like absolute. Like, yo, you already know what time it is. And unlike my man, we don't have the high points. We have one Everton goal. That man is still yamming the bones off. There's no marrow left on that goal bones. Yeah, you can't suck the juice off. There's no cartilage.
You already sucking the juice and now it's just white because now you're just
white.
Gone. It's
shards on the plate,
bro. It's shards, bro. Like, you get it. So like, and I'm yo. The one thing though I will say, and I'll jump in for my brother, Jerry, is, as he loves this shit, it's not completely his fault. This goes back to Klopp personally. Like, man are talking about the tech levels, yeah? Jerry said the tech levels of our team, and in mentioning those that were techie, he mentioned that of Elliot, Carvalho, like Joe. Like, bro, look how many youngsters he's having to pick out, yeah, and these man ain't sweet corn, bro, on a pizza. Do you understand? They're not the toppings, bruv, like as they should be. Do you get it? Like, they're not the chocolate sprinkles, bro. These man are the yeast. Do you see it? Like, they're the dough in our whole like structural. That is a madness. Like, none of them, Carvalho, Elliot, Jones, yeah. I think personally, for me, in that order, but they're all somewhat decent, but none of them are good enough to be in our team for the expectation in which we need them to be. Two things you're going to get from youngsters is they are fearless and they are they're up and down. They're what's the word? They're inconsistent. Those are the two things you're going to get from youngsters, B. Like, so it don't make any sense why we're looking to put all of our season on kids that we know are going to be inconsistent. The thing with Jones is, my thing is, brother, you're not even fucking fearless, rude boy. Like, that's what I'm like. That's the thing with Jones is I don't like you're techie and all of that, but you're not even fearless. Like, you come on the pitch, you've got a through ball to make, easy ball to make to Bobby. Just make the fucking pass and we're on. You sheg, and then you just go inside yourself, and then you get it. And I'm like,
that's a turtle, boy.
Like,
it's true. No, but it's true. But it's one of those ones for me. Yeah, it's what you said. I don't get why Gomez, Elliot, whoever else he loves off, no matter
Grizz,
how.
I love you, Grizz.
Big up Grizz, man.
But Grizz, tell
Grizz
me
played.
that anything I've said is wrong. Tell me anything I've said out of my mouth.
You know what it is with me, yeah? Is that I don't get why Elliot, Gomez, whoever else you want to go and chuck in the mix. I'll tell you, it's just them two, really. They get so many opportunities. So many opportunities. They could play rubbish. They play the next game. They could play dead. They play the next game. Curtis Jones is the only one, yeah, where he's got a poor game or kind of just mid-game, he comes off. He has a good game, scores a goal. Brentford, he comes off. We don't see him after that. He's the only player that doesn't get a consistent run. It's got to the point with me now where I'm like, my man's not going to make it at Liverpool. Just shot him. I was saying loan before. G's testament to it. I was saying loan. Shot him because in this system, he's just not going to cut it. He's not going to cut it.
And the badge, I think, weighs a bit heavy on him as well. Do you know them ones there? I think he's like,
being a scouser as well.
He's being a scouser and all of that. It's too much.
And listen, and Klopp's turned him into like a genie now. Like certain games, he's playing DM, he's playing in a double pivot. He's asked to go and cover Robertson's run. Of course, when he's coming in now, he's not even thinking, you know what, I'm going to do what I'm good at. He's trying to do the things that Klopp and Linders are telling him to do. Like, you can get about a bit. You got legs on you. You can run. You're quite, strong in the challenge. That's what he's doing now. That's what he's doing. So for me, he's got to leave. He's got to leave now, unfortunately. And I think technically he's better than the players we've got. Like in terms of a prototype, if you looked at our midfield, you'd be like, he's got legs. He's not slow. He can dribble the ball. He's got a shot. He's got all of this. But as you said, he's not fearless. It was just a chaotic cameo, bro. It's like the spirit of Nunes came into him and he was just running about, bullying, like bundling over players, like playing a pass, but it was a shot, and the shot was it was just a madness.
I've seen Curtis at his best, and I've gone back and forth with Hassam, when Hassam's like, he's dead. I'm like, listen, in terms of technically, like, he's cold. He's better than Elliot. Like, I've seen him. He was better than Elliot younger. And as a 10, he's cold. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't trust him in that. I don't trust him in a 10, bro. In a 10, I need people to be incisive. I need people to do the right thing, to make the right choices, to do the obvious pass, to, like, do you know what I mean? To create. Like, in that now, this is why I'm like, there is no real use for him now, bro. Like, before, I was with you, Joe. I was like, put him in a 10, that's where he belongs. And like, now I'm just seeing him, I'm like, brother, nah, man.
But this is what it is, though, bro. Like, this goes what I was saying the other day, and I'm not trying to disrespect Elliot or any of them. There's a level between, I'll take out Bellingham because he's like the highest of the highest when it comes to youngsters. Javi Simmons, Maduake from PSV. Like, there's a level that these guys are not even there, and they're not even at the Bellingham levels that I'm talking about. When I talk about the players and level of type of players that we should have if they're going to be young players, that is the bare minimum. Anything lower, obviously that's not his fault, purely to the fact that he's not been able to develop due to injuries, being played out position, all of these things. And I get that. And I do feel sorry for him in that sense. But as Jerry said, you shot the guy now. How much better is he going to get? Like, how long are you willing to wait for him to be in a position for you to then turn around and say, is this another Henderson where shit, all of a sudden, now captain of Liverpool, won everything, blah, 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 blah. Those don't happen all the time. And Liverpool as a football club don't need to be in a position whereby we keep all of these youngsters because they're young, they're from the academy. I get it. Maybe there's a quota you need to hit every year to get whatever type of P. I don't even know. But the reality is these kind of guys get rid, man. The level minimum for me is when I look at those type of players. But again, when you look at Javi Simmons, he's gone away, played a lot of football, and now he's the player that obviously we see today. Madueke, the same thing, and there's better players. They're just the two that popped into my head from the game the other day with Arsenal. But when I look at your Sakas, your Martin, these guys have obviously been able to play in their positions, so we're seeing the best of them. We haven't even seen Jones in his position on a consistent basis. As Jerry said, guy comes in, bags a goal against Porto, don't see man for 3 games. Bags a goal against Brentford early in the season, don't see man for like 3 games. But you let Elliott play all the time. How does that even make sense? Guys,
no matter what, but like, no matter like this game, like we were looking at the game, the last game. I don't know if you were insane. He didn't do anything.
No, he did not. He did not.
Didn't do anything. But the stats, he didn't make enough passes. He wasn't in top 5 for passes. Wasn't in top 5 for attacking the passes in the attacking third. Wasn't in. What do you know what I mean? He just didn't do anything.
I would have thought Joe was centre forward or something. Like, do you know what I mean? Attacking.
Bro.
Like, that's so damning on us, bro. Like, so damning on us. It's outrageous, bro. Like, and this is why I'm saying it's not really like, as much as I can sit here and I can cook him, but it's not his fault, bro. There's no way you can tell me that we've got Elliott, Carvalho, Jones, like 3 men that are that integral in what? That don't make any sense, bro.
Bro,
like,
and none of them are playing in their position. None of them. None of them are playing in their position. Yeah, you signed.
You know what it is, and I guarantee you, watch, I'm calling it now, yeah? Calling it now. I've been asking for Bobby to come in to play the 10, yeah? But Bobby's legs, like, you got to be delicate, yeah? Man's got Carvalho. Man won't think to inter-swap Carvalho and Bobby so that he can do his right thing and keep Bobby fresh and all of that. Man will just run Bobby down until he's dead out and then have to do some next thing. Like, I'm telling you that. Like, that's the intelligent thing. Do you get it? Like, let a man...
No. Same. He'll do what you said. He will put Carvalho there when Bobby's dead. When Bobby's
and then it's like the owner's like, yo, you got... You know that
yo, I need you to bag 3 goals in 3 games because we played
them like 2 games consecutively, but now we need you to like what?
Yeah. And then when he doesn't perform, we're gonna cook him because obviously we can only judge by performances.
I don't even think we will put him as a 10. Bobby will break down. We'll go back to a 4-3-3 and we'll put him on the right hand side or something. We'll do something mad, like, you know, something mad. Like,
look, it's like I said. And I don't go too far after about the game and that, but it's like I said, and I still haven't received an answer from anyone, by the way. This is an open-end question. Like, I kind of want someone to answer. How you go from starting a summer to wanting a midfielder and you end up with an attacker tells me everything I need to know about how you do your business and what goes on in your brain. Because the reality is,
I don't think it makes sense. A midfielder and getting a not finished and not polished.
I didn't even want to be rude. I didn't even want to.
No, because that's not being rude. Because whether you like Nunes or you don't like Nunes,
I don't like.
Whichever side of the fence you are, everyone can admit that he is not the finished article. I like
exactly.
Everyone can, regardless if you think, he's a shower man, you know that he is not the finished article.
He's unpolished, bro. The kickers are dusty. You might rate kickers, you might rate the Air Forces, but they got stuffs on them, bro.
I got answers for you. If you say, how do we go for a midfielder and get Haaland? I'll talk. I'll understand. Like, yo, listen, yeah. I'm not even going to go into it because it doesn't matter. It's you get it. But you get an unpolished forward, so one that needs time, and you still don't have that midfielder.
And you still don't have the midfielder. And then hold on one second. But then you also signed Fabio Carvalho, who's a number 10. His best position is a number 10, and you're putting him out on the left. Like I don't even understand.
Bro, like, every preseason game, you're doing 11 on, 11 off. I don't see any of these players in their natural positions. Like, none of them. I never saw.
I remember Jerry talk about the Frauendorf guy, and I had to tell him, bro, he's actually supposed to be playing right wing, but he's up front.
Madness. I don't know. So I'm doing shows beforehand. Like, what's gonna happen? I don't know, bro. I watched preseason. I don't know, bro. Like, I didn't see Nunes and Salah play one time. Like, I don't know what's going on.
No, I didn't see them play once. And when I saw Nunes play with Carvalho, and Carvalho was playing as a 10, I was like, yeah. That's what he does. So that's why you're seeing him play well. What does Klopp do in the season? Yo, I beg you, Carvalho. I beg you, do left midfield. Shut up, man. What's up? Like, that's the type of stuff that get you a slap in the face. Like, how are you going to tell him to even play left mid? And the worst thing about it, Carvalho has even come out and said his best positioning is. It's funny, yeah, because the way he started off the conversation was jokes, but he was like, obviously playing in off the left, but in a 10 role. But we don't really have that here at Liverpool. Like. I just don't get it. And this is why I keep talking about Klopp and I keep talking about the pet on the whole staff, is that I can't always look at the board when a manager signs players and puts them in weird positions. That's nothing to do with the board. Nothing. The board have zero issue with that.
That's why I don't want to talk about FSG. That's why this conversation right now isn't FSG, because I'm not talking about Liverpool being top 4 for 4 seasons in a row. But the difference is that we beat everyone. But when we come up against City or come up against Chelsea, we get battered because we ain't got the quality compared to those teams, like how Arsenal did it back in the day. Like we can't beat Forest.
Brother, you treat Klopp like your genius paraplegic dad, uncle. You know, he's so clever that you just bring him that's it. You're like, raw, but you don't allow him to drive. You don't allow him to walk up the stairs. You don't allow him to look after the youths. Do you get it? You just give him the Sudoku and you let him jam. Do you get it? Like,
that's a wizard with that Sudoku, bro.
He's a fucking kid. The man will be out there. You get me? You let him watch the chase, and that's it. You let him kill him.
The chase, you know.
Bro, you don't let Klopp anywhere near transfers. We've seen that. You don't let him anywhere near player retention. You don't let him near any. You just, hey, Klopp, you just go out there and do your. Get it? Because, bruv, he's shown, even in this summer, he has shown that he ain't the guy, bro. He'll get players and just do up. You get it? That's not his remit. You don't allow him to just let the genius do what he's doing and don't let him near anything. Don't let him near the car. Don't let him near, you get it? Like, none of that.
And maybe I do hear it.
I think this guy's blessed. No, Klopp, I'm telling you, we're getting rid of him because this is what it is. And do you know what I mean? You tell me what else you need and I'll get that in, whatever. You just do you get it? Like that. You don't allow him to, because
give me the profile. Give me all the
dementia in that way. You got to just, when he's like, I can do it. And you're like, it's all right. It's all right.
You cannot do that. You can do this though. But I'm telling you, bro, you can do this, but you can't do that, bro. Relax. Like, allow
Hold on. What's that film called? Shutter Island?
Oh, yeah.
Shutter Island, Leonardo DiCaprio, isn't it?
Leo. Yeah, but a young Leo. Bro.
That's
I'm not even going to get into that. I don't even say
to make him feel like everything's rosy, bro. Because when he's got control of everything, he's like, bro, what's going on? They got to sedate him again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. It's not for that. It's not for that, bro. It's not for that.
But it's just, these are just the frustrating things. And then we're seeing it in the tactics. We're seeing it in the style of play. Like, these players can't play these positions half the time anyway. Like, Jones can do as everything that Jones is good at. As Jay said, his profile of what he actually attributes-wise brings, of course, that's a player that can play in another position, not in the position that you're putting him in. Darwin Núñez, the attributes that he has, you don't even play to them. I can cuss Darwin Núñez till I go blue in the face, and I'm dark, so that's going to take a while. But the reality is, if you're going to sign a player like this, you need to play to the guy's strengths, bro. Like, you have to just play to the guy's strengths.
In a holding too with Fabinho, bro.
Holding in a pivot.
Like, I want to cuss Jones, but I can't cuss him.
You know the worst thing about it? Me and the other day when we was on the show, me and Romz were even talking about this, because I was like, because Romz was the one who said it, like, yeah, Jones in the pivot. I was like, you know what? Maybe Jones in a pivot could potentially work. And then when I saw it, I was like, yeah, this thing can't work ever in life.
That's not for you, G. You ain't on the training pitch. Do you know what I mean? Like, how are
you? I'm going off his attributes. I'm going off. He can dribble, as Gary said. He can dribble.
I feel like that's what's Klopp going off as well. I think.
It's true. It's true. That's why I don't man.
No, but he's saying that. But he's asking. No, but he's saying that. But he's asking him to do the stuff that he's actually not good at. It's that playing. It's that playing Elliot at right back and saying, "Yeah, do your thing." You're left-footed, but do your thing. Do your thing out there. Don't get skinned. That's what I'm seeing from there, bro.
You know, man, like, don't get skinned though. Like, what do you
mean? Don't get skinned though. Yeah, I mean, you're coming up against Son, but don't get skinned in it.
Yeah,
it's calm. It's calm. You got heart and passion. Like, if you defend intensely, it's calm. It's calm.
Yeah, literally. As long as you're intense, you should be able to win the battle, brother. I'm not a defender though. Like, you can't just tell man to just do it right back like tomorrow. Yeah?
So, Joyce, let's run through some of these comments, man, before we head out. We got Assad saying, I can't lie, Anfield Road looks like Church Road. The city is clacked.
Hey, yo, don't let the man say that.
Allow me, you get me? Those are my ends, B. Calm down, brother. Come Church Road and say that with
Yeah, you know, like
dumb one. You dumb.
Yeah, man. Nah, but yeah, do what it is. Even in regards to Anfield, like big up to James Redmond, bruv. People are leaving early.
I've noticed.
People aren't singing. Like it's worse than we think. You know, like the situation's worse than a lot of fans think. It's crazy.
I'm seeing people talking about this atmosphere inside the stadium. I'm like, oh, the famous atmosphere is not. It's not doing well. Oh,
it's mad. Abdus Chowdhury saying you never know with Trent. That's in regards to when we were talking about Trent leaving. Would Trent leave?
Oh yeah. I don't put about
man. But listen,
my brother,
love always. Please make sure you're hitting the like button on this, innit? I beg.
Yeah, guys, make sure to subscribe to Saint LFC TV. Big content. Hey, Saint, what's coming up on a Liverpool?
I'm jumping on Don Hassan's channel. So I'm gonna. Plug
I'll catch you there.
I'm gonna plug more Curtis Jones. Slon, just for shits and giggles, in it.
I was gonna throw my name into it as well.
Yeah.
Jones is hard.
Just to see the vein in his neck, really and truly, I think the same thing.
I'll be in the comments.
I just like to trigger him in it, but yeah, I'll be there at 8. And then tomorrow, just put your post notifications on. We're gonna do the preview very quick, but there ain't really much to talk about because
when are we playing?
In the team and we're gonna get slapped, bro.
Oh, we're playing tomorrow. I thought we were playing on Wednesday.
Now we're playing tomorrow, G. So I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'll be doing. Bro, see what was doing. Man, don't even know. Man, don't really. Like,
man, follow what Liverpool are doing on like.
Man, I'm fuming. I'm actually fuming. I have to. You know, when there's other games, like, I really want to see what's going on. But
but saying, we also need to. We'll chat, but we need to plug the World Cup settings.
Are you dumb, bro? Hey, me and Jerry. NG are shameless until the time that we don't have to be no more. We're out. But until then,
we're going to be shameless. So, guys, make sure to just stay tuned to all our socials because we're going to be dropping some World Cup content as well. Supporting the Black Stars Ghana. So, should be good. Should be good, man. But Saint, pleasure as always. Listen, Saint's like the OG drug lord, isn't it? Like this is the nightclub. He just rocks up. No one can stop him. He looks about in the eyes.
You all right? Yeah.
Anyway.
I might be cool. Wonderful. Yeah, now come on. I love having me on, man. You lot enjoying.
I'll catch you.
Love.
Yeah, man. Let's just run through some of these comments before we head out. We got Mohammed Kasim saying we only play 3 to 4 games less than City last season. They seem to be fine.
It's fine though, Mohammed. They got money, so you know what? Money solves everything. You know, we're good.
Yeah, exactly. Big up Fritz. Fritz saying that these stats are despicable, fam. Yeah, it's crazy. Saint, big up Saint, saying Aronson was actually levels in being dangerous in attacking areas with little of the ball. Exactly. Bro, Jones could have had one at least if he opposed to Bobby. True. Big up Neil H saying, haha, I know, mate, I can't sleep. Chong in pure tubes, mind doing acrobatics.
I have to explain that one, my guy.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it sound like it's something else that it wasn't, boy.
I thought it was one of the ones that was going to catch me out. You know, it's
like
Chong in pure.
That's why I tried to read them before I even say them, just in case.
Yeah. John Pickett, big up saying Cinema Pongo is better than Elliot. Oh,
yo, if man's getting compared to Cinema Pongo, yo.
Finished. Arsenal for life, big up saying I can't even banter you anymore. But this is when it starts to get worse. You know when other teams can't banter, when they start empathizing.
Yeah, start feeling sad. The Harry Maguire effect. I said it yesterday. Start feeling sad.
Cedric Lopez, big up saying, big up Jerry and G. Dire stats. Gomez hasn't got enough concentration. What's the point of keeping Nat? He's not seeing any game time. Right. You might see some game time tomorrow. To be fair. True. But I agree. Jamrock saying tactical changes could have resulted in winning the league in either 18-19 or 21-22. Facts.
I would say 21-22 more so.
Yeah.
Because 18-19, I felt like we were just a bit too early for that anyway. Man City were like, that was Man City really at peak
established. Jamrock saying, as I've said before, Klopp knows he messed up in the transfer window. He will make the changes. This is
on your head if he doesn't, by the way, Jamrock. I'm coming to you first.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Jamrock, your head's on the spike now. You put the radar on your head. Do you know what I mean?
You're Ned Stark if things don't go well in this situation. Like, we will put that head on a spike if we have to, bro. Like, no one's getting saved.
Yeah, Phil Bander. This is in response to Phil Bander saying, Pletigo, a top reliable journalist in Germany, says Liverpool will look to bring a central midfielder this January and will work to bring in top transfers in the summer. Klopp has full backing. What's a top transfer? Because is Arthur a top transfer? We were told he's a top transfer. Where is he? I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed about that signing. I'm so annoyed. Like,
what a waste of time.
Trust me, bro. Sammy saying, Jerry, I know you're a Giannis guy, bro. Watch the Bucks to ease your stress, bro. They're on fire. Of course, I'm watching the Bucks. Did you not see what Brook Lopez is doing?
Yeah, the thing, and I was just about to say, like, before we go off topic, but I was thinking maybe I have to just start looking. But now, obviously, the Warriors and that they just been moving a bit shaky at this beginning of the season, bro. Not really feeling.
Listen, Giannis is
still doing his thing, though. But averaging 30 points a game, and the team are doing poorly. So I don't mind at the moment. He's doing a Salah. He's doing a Salah.
What is it? Because on the defensive end, he can't really do anything. That's
the
problem.
Yeah.
You know, Giannis is going to affect you on both sides. Like, he's going to defend well, and that's where it kind of makes the difference. But
all-round player.
Cold. Big up Aaron. Aaron saying, with Jones, we lost to Forest and Leeds. Jones needs players around him, not him around players this season.
That sounded so bad.
No.
I said Jones needs players around him, not him around players. Yo, Aaron, that is hilarious, bro. Hilarious.
Aaron, man. Mr. Tibso 9 saying, does FSG understand the Liverpool history? Along with Manchester United, the Anfield Reds did not get the top of English football by being mediocre. FSG / Klopp. And I agree.
I mean, they've invested £1 billion since they've been here, so I don't know that.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Like when you look at the stats. We know saying Curtis was just signed and then there's no hype around him anymore. Trust. He got the number 17, and then after that, it's just. Whereas I don't get it. Elliot's just getting bare game time. Game time.
It's true. It's not making sense.
Big up saying, hear from Coppish. Big up. Hope you're doing well. We got Suey Jr. Big up Suey saying, Klopp has an emotional relationship with Elliot and also feels like he owes Curtis Jones because he was around when we were winning games / titles. Cavalli will not be allowed to outshine them. You know what? Cavalli didn't come on. Did he come on against? He didn't come on against Leeds, did he?
Don't think so.
Says a lot.
Says a lot, man.
I am Jono saying, Shah Island, the classic trust. We've got Richo63, our favorite Everton fan. Big up. I hope you're doing well. Let's just run for someone before we go. MRK saying, but why hasn't Jones' entourage forced the move for regular games? Well,
why would you move when you
promised regular games from Klopp? Do you know what I mean? Like, think about it. Last season, you probably promised, then you got injured, so it's a bit difficult. Do you know what I mean? This season, probably promised. He probably has pushed for a move or spoke about even going on loan. It would be a bit weird if he didn't. I'd question his mentality, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'd question his mentality. Mellow. Yeah, that's all the fan. Mark is saying an assistant that suits him. More facts. And Dick will say Klopp being favourite to be sacked. Really? Favourite?
Well, think about it. Look around the. Yeah,
something's cooking. Something's boiling. You know, in the background. We're gonna get another. You're gonna get another Carragher on Henri on Carragher knee moment. You know, when Brendan Rodgers got sacked, he was like,
yeah. Listen, that peanut soup is cooking in the back. But what you got to think? Look around the Premier League. Who would realistically be in a position at this present moment in time? Villa have just got Unai Emery. Leeds maybe. Yeah, he'd be the only other one. He'd literally be the only one. Brendan Rodgers looks like they will allow him to just continue what they're doing at the moment. He'd be the next one.
Wolves?
They're still looking, remember?
Yeah.
To my knowledge,
what,
yeah.
What, is Large gone?
Yeah, bro. A long time ago. Yeah. Large is gone, bro.
You're lying.
Bro, check it. He's gone.
Bruno Large is gone.
Yeah. They're looking
So
at
who's the
potentially.
manager?
I feel like they've just got an interim. I feel like they were looking at Nuno Espirito to come back again. Unless they got someone in the last like 24, 48. But I'm sure he's gone.
All right, you got sacked a month ago. That's crazy, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yes, man, I didn't even know. Rich was saying big January window for you, as it is every season, man. As it is every season. Liverpool will invest in top transfers this summer from Play Go.
Bro, we've been told this like 4 summers, man. I've been waiting longer for Drake albums. Like, I'm not even on it, bro.
Exactly.
Like, I don't even care.
Captain Sal on your vibe just saying PR, that's all lies.
Yeah.
Gmwk saying, I won't say any of those midfielders are unrealistic at the moment. I don't pay attention to any of these media stories like any. Exactly. Asa saying, G, are you a Chelsea fan in disguise?
Of all the teams that you could have chosen, come on, man, do better than that, my guy.
Asa just wants you on his team. That's all, man.
Yeah, he does, man. It's cool. You need a man like me, but it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Gmwk saying, I disagree with Jerry and G. It was more 18-19 that tactical changes would have worked better. After we lost to City, we had a 4-point lead with City having a game in hand.
Hence the reason why I don't feel like changing it would have made sense. As you just said there, we had a 4-point lead. What are we changing? If we change it now, do you get what I'm trying to say? I felt like the momentum that we were in and the football that we were playing and the style that we were playing with the players that we had at the time, even the fringe ones like your Shakiris and that, it was working. 21-22, where the football was ugly, stale, passive and all of that. And it was just down to individuals doing their jobs like your Salahs and stuff like that. That's when I felt like the tactical change, but to a degree, to be fair, 18-19 could have been maybe, but I feel like 21-22, because we've been playing our worst football in the last 2 years.
Yeah, no, exactly. Gmwk then said, we proceeded to draw 4 in the next 8, draw to Leicester City, West Ham United and Everton. Yeah, we win 1 game, we win the league. You think about it, that's an argument, to be fair. Big up Tariq, Godar. Tariq saying, every match we play is hard work. Every match, I think it's style of play, and our midfield can't control the games anymore. Man, every match we struggle. Yeah, trust. Let's see if there are any comments before we head out. And Dicko saying, apparently rumors are that Klopp has fell out with John W. Henry.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, fell out, maybe fell out of love, bruv.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't like that. Fell out of love. I was going to say something mad, but I'm not even going to say.
It's a free space, bro.
I was going to say something. I was going to say, hold on.
I think I know you.
Hey, you're so mad.
No.
Anyways, what do you mean we're 15 points behind the Gunners? How far are Chelsea? You know what, Asa, let me address you real quick, yeah? Let me chat to you real quick. Because obviously you're talking about Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? You're one of the brothers. You're one of the man them. So I'm going to be calm with it. But hear what I'm saying to you. Chelsea are not that good at this present moment in time. You got a manager who's come in, changed the formation about 6 times. Now, listen, I want changes of formation, but not that many where you're taking off Cucurella, I think, in the first half of games because it's just not working in whatever he's trying to do. Like, that's not what I talk about when I mean, I need a manager who can change things. You've got a manager who's a novice. You've got a manager who doesn't know what it's like to play European football, only just experienced that for this season. So Chelsea got to be a bit careful. You've got Raheem Sterling playing wing back. I've never heard of that before. And he's played under Pep Guardiola, the guy who plays centre backs at strikers and shit. Like, this is the same player that you brought in to add you goals. What, from wing back? Again, Potter looks a little bit. I like him, and I think over time you will see the best of him. But at this current moment in time, with the players that he's currently got, you're relying on a 38-year-old Thiago Silva to save you.
Reminds me of Brendan Rodgers.
Yes.
When Brendan Rodgers at Swansea, man, we're gassing him. Saying the TikTok Lord, saying the tiki-taka Lord. The tiki-taka Lord was back. Do you know what I mean? Liverpool just grabbed him, relying on, do you know what I mean? Sterling, but only Sterling, relying on an aging Gerrard to take you over the line, bro. Do you know what I mean? And that's what we're doing with Thiago. So
it's true. It's true,
man. Before we head out, got anything to say to the man then?
Catch us back here potentially tomorrow doing a preview. I'm gonna go there.
We have to do the preview and then a call in, innit?
Oh, yes. So we'll be doing a call in on the absolute smashing that we're going to get from Napoli tomorrow. I bet you, I'm going to say it here now, I bet you, maybe not tomorrow, actually. On Saturday against Tottenham, I bet you we turn up. I bet you we turn up. Bet we don't lose that game.
It's mad, you know. You know what? If we don't, how many games? You know what? The 3 games could come quick, you know. If we lose tomorrow and lose against Spurs,
I told
guys,
you.
You're getting a surprise on the Sunday, bro. Guys, you're getting a surprise on the Sunday.
Sunday, guys, could be the day that we finally hear Jerry say the words. Because I don't like being alone. I'm bored now being by myself. It's kind of boring in this room. Like
you're not alone anymore, though.
Yeah, true.
Romz done it a bit covertly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Romz didn't say it with chest.
But go back because we're gonna have to clip him up. We got the clip.
No problem. But I need to say Kevin Hart with chest, man. I need that. So, but we'll see anyway. But tomorrow, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Catch me on the Sam's in like 20 minutes. I'm gonna be on there. Another Liverpool therapy session. As I said, you're gonna catch at least 5 more of these, maybe before the year ends, because we've got 3 games coming up in December. I envisage there'll be at least 1 defeat in that. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Depending on how I feel on Sunday, I might be on the next therapy session, innit? We'll have to.
Oh, you're gonna have to be, bro. If we lose, I'm making sure that you're on the next therapy session. I need to hear the word. I need to hear the word.
Yeah, I'll say it on every platform.
Yeah, every platform. You have
make sure. I need you guys backing you on every platform. That's what I need. Yeah. I need the comments backing what I'm saying, because it can't be me going on there and the top Reds ambushing me in the comments.
Now, one thing I'll say about this chat though, one thing I rate is a lot of people from this chat, when I see you guys on other chats, you guys have our backs in certain situations. And I will say one thing to that is I have to like love and appreciate that, because you guys will back us in every other like platform when there's other, like Jerry said, these top Reds be chatting shit to us and all of this kind of stuff, but you guys will be like, nah, man, like he's been saying that. None of this, oh, he's just saying it for this, that sake. I know it's a small thing, but to us, it's a big thing in terms of credibility and just, you know, people even just listening to us. So we love and appreciate that, man. So big up everyone inside.
Big up, man.
Enough of the mushy stuff, though, man. Enough of the mushy stuff, man.
Exactly. But guys, it's been another tactics board. Please make sure. I'm joking. Please make sure you're smashing the like, guys. Make sure you're getting that ticket to entry. Please make sure you're clicking the notification bell, because tomorrow we'll be dropping 2 videos. So you're going to get 3 videos in 2 days from us. So the work rate's crazy. Big up Tariq as well. Big up everyone. It's been the Jerry James Show. Catch us next time, and we're out. Boom.